What's up, what's up? How's it going, guys? What's up, Logan, Darkest Newt, Shade Johnson, Evolution, Nick Oxenford, Lisa, Tank Stubbs, Leiden Ross, Texas Bearman 3, Ernest Walden. Hello from Dogman Country, Land Between the Lakes. Angel Killer. You ate Paco's brother. Well, shit. Coco, Christian, Chorzy, Tyler, Eli Buckmaster. Here's Johnny. What's up, guys? Yeah, we are going to be doing I got Ryan already in call. We're going to be doing an interview with Ryan Tremblay. And we're going to be talking about, obviously, cryptids. But we're going to be mostly narrowing in on which cryptids might run into each other in the world. And what happens if said cryptids did run into each other. It's kind of a hypothetical, but it's, I think, interesting. Alligator Gar. What is up? Why ain't Paco got a cap? Well, he don't need one. There's no cap that fits his head. He's got a big-ass head. Yeah, we'll wait for a few people to get in, and then we will start. And by the way, if you guys have questions while we're going, and I'm talking with Ryan, please at me so I see the highlighted message. That way it'll be easier for me to see them. So yeah. What's up, Sammy? Give Paco a shirt. I might have to give Paco a shirt. He does need a shirt. He needs like a really small shirt, though. Give it about another minute, and we'll open up the interview. What's up, Evolution? What's up, Julie? Yeah, there was another stream that technically was like opened. I was testing out the Streamlabs ordeal, but I didn't like how it was. I didn't feel like I could make my custom thumbnail. I couldn't find the option for it, so I said fuck it. I'll have to look into it. If I do start using Streamlabs or StreamYard, whatever it's called, I'd have to pay for an upgrade to make it look professional. But it is kind of a cool thing. I might have to look into it more. That have a good 4th of July? I did. How about you guys? I didn't really do much. I just went home and got drunk. Alright, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and start now. Like I said, just a reminder, if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this interview, be sure to ask them. And I'll ask Ryan the question. So just make sure that when you ask me the question, try to at me so it's highlighted and it's easier for me to see. Otherwise, I might miss it. If Paco ran into Bigfoot, yeah, I don't know if how Paco would do against a Bigfoot. I'm not sure. All right, guys, we are. What's up, Industrial? How you doing, buddy? We are going to start. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring Ryan in, and I'm Canadian, so I don't celebrate it, but it looks better than... yeah, it's a pretty controversial holiday, Coco, but it's fun nonetheless. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna bring Ryan Tremblay in. Ryan, what is up? How is it going, buddy?
Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad. How about you?
I'm chilling, just taking it easy, doing the best I can.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So tonight as you know, we're gonna talk about cryptids, and there's really no script here. Just so everyone knows, we're just kind of talking, and we're just gonna be discussing kind of what cryptids might run into each other, what would happen, and we might even do like cryptid predict, like who would win in cryptid prediction battles. And you guys got to remember, this is all just hypothetical scenarios, so don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, it's all speculation, guys.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start out. What cryptid, off the top of your head, what pair of cryptids do you think? Just start if you could list some examples based off what you know. What cryptids might share territory? What cryptids might run into each other out there in the wild? And this can be anywhere in the world.
Okay, well, I'd say the popular ones, obviously Dogman and Bigfoot might share some proximity of territory. Yeah, because you can see their environments are very similar. So those two, yeah, those would definitely hang around, I think.
Do you think they live in the same the exact same area, or would they meet just by crossing into each other on like hunting or scavenging trips or?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they actually share territory, but they also have confrontations with each other. You got two animals that are the apex predators, so are they going to avoid each other? Not really. Yeah, they're going to do what they got to do
Right.
just to get stuff.
I,
So,
I've always looked at Bigfoot as not much, and I know you'll agree, but he kind of seems like a cryptid that would be more of an omnivore. He would more be of a scavenger, looking for things to eat, like grubs or plant-based stuff, and not so much hunting, prey.
right.
Like
I
whereas
would,
Dogman would be more probably predatory.
oh, of course, yeah, hunting deer and everything it can, sure. Yeah, I would agree on the Bigfoot, though. Yeah, definitely.
Johnny has a question. He says, Dogman versus Skinwalker. This is kind of interesting one. Kind of hard, I guess, to answer.
That is a difficult one. I don't know. It depends on how strong the skinwalker is. If it's one of those older skinwalkers, then maybe it could take down the dogman, but I don't know. It's hard to say because if you get a young dogman, he's got his strength and his youth on his side.
Well, and the other thing too is like, what is this? What form is the Skinwalker in? Like, I mean, is it transforming into a grizzly bear or a tiger? I mean, I don't know how. I mean, we don't really know. That's the thing with Skinwalkers is we don't really know a whole lot about them because we only
Yeah,
know
we don't.
what the legends are and the stories and eyewitness accounts. So it's
Yeah,
kind of hard to judge it.
that's actually a really good question. I'll have to look into that. So, what their limit is when they transform.
Yeah, like I mean, could they transform into a bug? I mean, it wouldn't really
Hmm.
make sense, but like, why couldn't they? Like, if they wanted to be a caterpillar, I
Wouldn't
mean,
the size have to match their own physical size, though?
yeah. See, that's the thing is like, we know from eyewitness accounts, they've turned into deer, dogs. I think horses, even on one account, goats,
Yeah.
stuff like livestock, stuff like that
Well,
people
there's
have
talks
seen.
of them turning into bears too. That's where you get the werebear from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, would that be possible for a human? I guess it depends on the size of the human.
Dakota has an interesting theory
Mm.
on skinwalkers, and I'm sure you can explain his theory better than me because he explained it to me so long ago. But
Oh, the contortionist theory.
is it the one where they don't actually transform? They're like actually, God, what do you say?
Yeah, they're contortionists that mimic the movements of the animals.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his theory. It's a pretty sound theory too. It actually would explain a lot how they can alter their limbs and just move around like an animal would. It makes total sense.
yeah. Because the video, I know the video, which is a pretty famous video. I covered it in my first cryptid video. It's the one where the guy's filming on the rocks, and it looks like there's like a large cat in the rocks, and it's titled Skinwalker Caught on Camera or something like that. But it's moving in the rocks in a really weird way. It almost looks kind of human, kind of cat. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, that was a really good one. That was kind of creepy in a way though.
Yeah, because it kind of in some shots it looks just like a big large black cat, but in other shots it doesn't really move like a cat. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
maybe it's
it
kind of
kind
one
of
of
has
those.
a cat-like body, but you see almost a human head on there.
Yeah, and it's kind of like where people say when skinwalkers take the form of an animal, there's always something off about the animal. It's either missing features or it doesn't quite take over everything of the animal, like how it moves
Yeah.
or how it sounds or something. Like, for example, I know one of the eyewitness accounts was of these guys camping out in the woods at like 3 a.m. And this guy wakes up to take a piss out of his tent. He looks over and he sees a deer standing probably 50 yards away from him, and it's standing on its hind legs walking like a deer. And the deer's walking and it snaps its head over at the guy and just stares at him. And
Ooh.
once they lock eyes, the deer screams in a human-like woman screaming, the deer dead sprints away on its bipedal hind legs. And obviously that's just like a really odd, not a deer characteristic, but
That'd be messed up to see, man. I'd probably.
oh,
shit
dude, I'd shit my pants if I saw that, because like deer are already like, I don't know, they have weird. Can you imagine just one standing up? It'd be just a weird looking thing. It just
Yeah, they do look really weird when they want to be. It's
Yeah.
strange how they look so innocent yet they look so weird at the same time.
Yeah, I mean that's what it basically is. What a lot of the Wendigo drawings are of is just deer that are bipedal. I mean, they have obviously claws and shit. They make it a little more look aggressive, but that's kind of what it is. Basically, it's just a deer that's standing up.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Ask Abandon. He's the expert on skinwalkers.
yeah, that's true. Abandoned 6.7. I did look at his channel the other day, and I noticed that he's actually all the videos that he's posted, and I didn't check if they were actually all videos or some of them were live streams, but regardless, it's kind of hard to tell with him. He's actually doing pretty good on view count. Like every single video is like got 8,000+ views. It's crazy. I don't know how.
Wow.
Because I mean, it's just clickbait. I mean, it's dumb, but
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Maybe it's his voice.
yeah, probably that. Texas Bearman asks, could Bigfoot and werewolves theoretically make a truce or get along while sharing territories?
A truce, I'd say not a truce. I'd say just an understanding, like a know that they have to live together. It's a knowledge.
A respect?
But I guess a respect in a way. It's nature.
Yeah.
If you think about like hippos and crocodiles, they're both really dangerous, but they don't really go after one another unless they have to.
I like how you just brought that up because it's one of my favorite. It's the best example of respect between two rivals in all of nature, because crocodiles actually fear hippos so much that a baby hippo, and there's footage of it, you can actually YouTube this. Baby hippos are allowed to just because they share rivers, right? And there'll be just a mass like area of where just crocodiles are all floating together, just in the same area, and baby hippos can just swim right through them and walk over their heads, and crocodiles know better than to eat them or attack in any way, because if they do, hippos would shred. Like crocodiles are absolutely no threat at all to a full-grown hippo. Hippos are like the most dangerous thing next to an elephant on the entire planet. That's land or water animal. Well, I guess land animal, but they're very fast in the water. They tear a crocodile in half. But the point is that crocodiles respect them because they've evolved to know that they're no match. They can't do anything, and they kind of just coexist with each other. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm sure that crocodiles bring benefits to the hippos, but what I'm kind of trying to get at is they each bring each other benefits to living with each other. So maybe a werewolf and a Bigfoot would coexist because of not only mutual respect, but they benefit off of living with each other or living near each other.
Symbiotic, I think.
Yeah.
Not to a vast degree, but to a very small degree, yeah, it would be symbiotic.
Industrial says Big Delver's Big. I mean, I'd win that one. That's easy.
Oh yeah, that'd be an easy fight for you. Come on.
Paco versus Bigfoot, Dogman, and a Skinwalker. I mean, it just depends because we don't know. Like, let's just substitute Paco for a gray alien. And obviously, physical-wise, it doesn't stand a chance. I mean, they're not physically strong creatures. But it depends because I know tall whites, they have these pen-like devices that are, it's just shaped like a pen. And from what I've heard and researched, it has 3 buttons on it, and like one button they can control like the atoms and shit in your body, so they could like make you freeze, and like, which is a lot of people think is how people get abducted, or like theories with sleep paralysis. There's a whole lot of theories behind it, but like they could kill you with a click of a button. So it just depends. Ooh. But I don't know. There's that's one of those things that's kind of gray, or we don't really know much about it except for what people have said.
Those aliens don't play fair, man.
No. They're super advanced, super. Yeah, Julie says, I think these 2 apex predators would rather avoid a fight if they can.
They might. I think it really depends on how many there are of each one.
And it also just depends how territorial they are, like with any cryptid.
Yeah.
Because with animals, like especially with like wolves, or I'm trying to think of big cats that are extreme, like lions. Lions are a good example. They're extremely territorial animals, and if you get in there, if you cross their territory, they will attack you regardless of what you are.
Hmm.
And animals have a good sense of where their territory is. So maybe it depends on what cryptids. I don't know, what cryptids would you think would be more territorial than others?
I think if you had something like the rake or whatever that might be, I think that one will be extremely territorial. If that's a Wendigo, like I think it is, then yeah, you're not going to want to mess with that one. There's stories of the dogman fighting the rake. Do I believe all of those? No, not really. But I could see that one being extremely territorial, along with the Jersey Devil.
Mm.
Jersey Devil would be a total dick, I think.
Interesting, interesting. I wanted the Jersey Devil is something that I don't admittedly know enough about, and it's a really interesting cryptid. I know that and the Dover Demon. Those are ones that I need, and it sucks because there's really no footage of them. There's really no.
No,
They aren't a
Dover Demon's
popular
just kind
cryptid
of
in terms of
yeah.
that.
Dover Demon's kind of obscure, really, though, because the sightings just dropped off suddenly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's interesting how that happened. That's actually on my stomping grounds in Dover, Mass. A
Hmm.
lot of people were seeing it, and then as quickly as they were seeing it, the sightings just stopped.
Are are they like human-sized creatures, or are they bigger than humans?
They were actually smaller. The Dover Demon was actually very small.
And so
A lot
what do
of
they? I mean, what do they do? Like, do they?
They just saw it running around the woods. It actually didn't really do anything notable. It just kind of was there when people saw it. It was so memorable that they just reported it, and it kind of grew into a legend.
So
It didn't attack.
they're not known to be aggressive in any way or anything like that. Then
No, no. A lot of people actually theorized that this thing was some kind of alien that just died off eventually from our atmosphere.
interesting,
Hmm.
interesting.
Surprised you don't know about that though. You're the alien guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I admittedly, yeah, like I've done all my research has been specifically on gray aliens and tall whites. That
Right.
I've watched every YouTube video known to man. I've read a lot of articles. I've read a lot of eyewitness accounts just to kind of see, because a lot of times what always kind of you can kind of tell which ones are off is when eyewitness
Mhm.
accounts of a certain cryptid or alien are way different than these other ones that all have things in common. And this guy's like, yeah, these tall blue aliens came over and they had a pool noodle as a weapon. I mean, it's just like if things aren't matching up with this guy's story, but all these people are having similarities in their stories, you can kind of rule some of them out, and it's kind of interesting to see, because there's a lot of fake eyewitness accounts with every cryptid that you encounter or
Oh
read up
yeah,
on,
for
because
sure.
people like the attention, people like fan fiction, stuff like that. So you're gonna get a lot of that. I mean, it's probably a 50-50 deal, if not even more fake than real. But
Yeah, I'd say with all the reports that come in, maybe if you had 1,000, maybe like 20 or 30 of them are true.
yeah, no, that's a sad truth. Yeah, it's same thing with videos. Home videos caught on camera, kind of things. And I've always said this, because especially on YouTube, when you have all these videos, we watch Nuke's top five usually on stream, and other videos, and they show all these cryptid videos, and yeah, a lot of them probably are fake, but without them, just think of how boring the internet would be if all you had was real ones, and there's only like 20 of them, and there's
Oh
really
yeah,
nothing. They're entertaining nonetheless. Eli
yeah.
Eli says from what he's been able to, from what I've read, uh, I think it's a mistype. They've been able to wear the skin of said animals. Smallest thing I've heard is a bobcat. Oh, for skinwalkers.
Oh yeah, yeah. That actually is true. That makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah, I could see that. So you're saying wearing the skin of it. So they're not actually transforming Eli. You're saying they're just wearing the skin.
that's pretty much it. I think it's really the body mass though that would be kind of confusing because does their body mass condense or expand or what's up?
Oh, I see what he's saying now. Yeah, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe that's just thinking too physical. It's a supernatural creature, so you can't really think
I was gonna say,
science.
what boundaries? I mean, at what point, like, do the boundaries are like, nah, you can't transform to that one. That's just not in my power range.
Yeah, it's just hard to say. I mean, it's magic, so you never know. Is
Yeah,
there a limitation?
exactly,
Probably not.
exactly. Let me scroll down to chat, see if I got a question. Can a skinwalker transform to a Bigfoot or Dogman?
Hmm. I think they can
Brandon.
actually. Yeah, this is something I was discussing with Josh Turner. I think the ones that people see that are more evil. How you hear the attacks from a dogman or from a Sasquatch, where it's really, really violent. It's trying to get to people. I think that's more a skinwalker that took on the form of a dogman or a Sasquatch. It's not the natural thing.
Hmm. I wonder how a Bigfoot would react to another Bigfoot that's not actually a Bigfoot.
Probably how Godzilla reacted to Mechagodzilla, really pissed off.
See, I hope that Mechagodzilla is in the next next big movie that they do.
Oh no, he's confirmed, bro.
For Kong Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah, he's already confirmed.
It'll be interesting to see. Is he bigger than both of them?
Probably not by much. I think he's gonna be bigger than Kong, but not bigger than Godzilla. No,
Oh, they're like the same size.
it's gonna be the Batman versus Superman thing. I think.
They're gonna fight at the beginning and then team up at the end.
Yep.
That'd be dope. I think everyone would like that. I think that's how it should be.
Well, one of them's gonna die though, so I don't know.
It's gotta be Kong. Fuck Kong. It's gotta be Zilla that lives.
I'm on Team Kong, so screw
Oh
you
god.
guys.
Try asking Ryan if he knows anything about the two skinny 9 foot tall spotted humanoids that chased me and my stupid friends down the desert. I'm curious to see his thoughts on it.
Can I get a bit more description from that? Is there any more
like,
details?
what tall skinny 9 foot humanoid? Did you get any pictures or any evidence of it? Maybe you come back to the site and found footprints or anything like that.
9 foot tall humanoids, though.
Skinny. I mean, that sounds like honestly, it sounds like a tall white, but tall whites wouldn't be chasing humans. I mean, they don't. That's just not what they would do.
No, I wouldn't think so.
That would be a big waste of their time.
Yeah, see, Eli knows what we're talking about there.
Yeah, the law of. I mean, these are some big words here for a drunk fellow, but the law of conservation of mass would have to come into play. The extra mass has to come from somewhere. Yeah, that's true, Eli. That's true.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Team Godzilla. They had cow skin. So these 9 foot tall creatures that are humanoid and skinny had.
That's a new one to me. Where did this happen? I've never heard of that. Have you?
No, I've never heard of that at all. No.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that before.
What's up, Pamela? Yeah, that's interesting. So what are your? I kind of want to get your thoughts on Mothman because I know a lot of, pretty much almost every eyewitness account, not every single one, but most of them have come from natural disasters or bridge. I know famously bridge collapses,
Right.
where people say that they saw him on the bridge moments before it collapsed. You know, shaking his wings or flapping his wings or something, causing a vibration, causing the bridge to collapse. What do you think? Mothman is a natural creature of this earth that lives here, or is it something else? I mean, because why is it only near disasters? Why would it? I mean, I don't understand. What does it gain from that?
I kind of wonder if it's a figure of an omen. Maybe like an angel of death. It's there to warn the people and also view what happens. I used to think it might have been an alien of some sort, but yeah, I start leaning more and more towards the whole omen theory.
Now, what's the difference between Owlman and Mothman?
Owlman it's been seen to actually have the beak and the legs like a owl would, whereas Mothman has the more moth-like features. The red eyes, the antenna sometimes in some reports. Mothman is just it's a supernatural kind of thing if you really think about it. It's left like burn marks on trees, and some people that have even seen it have had problems mentally after seeing this thing.
I wonder if it has anything to do with looking into the eyes. Never look into the eyes of the
It
Mothman.
could, because people actually said if you look into its eyes that your own eyes would bleed. So it's possible.
Ooh. And there's two things I don't want anything to bleed on my body. It's my eyes and my ears.
Oh god, yeah, nobody wants that.
I have a fear of ear bleeds. If I see someone with ear bleed,
You too, huh?
oh, it's not because someone said that it's a sign you have a brain bleed or something, and I was like, nah, man, I don't ever want anything to do with that. But what is your personal record of how many beers you've drank? How many in like one night? It's not anything crazy. I don't drink for number. I drink for just a good time. So I'm not the guy at a party that's chugging 80 beers, fucking I like to drink. I like to be drunk for a longer period of time and not just get blackout wasted in this little short window, and then the rest
You
of the
like
time,
low burn.
yeah, passing out and it's puking. I don't see that. I just. Do you think messing? Do you think? Oh, do you think missing? I think you meant to say missing, Brandon. I assume. Do you think missing people got eaten by a cryptid?
Not all of them, no. I think there's a small, very, very small number of those that might have been that, but I think the rest can be attributed to more human things.
Yeah.
You got drug trafficking in there, you got human trafficking still going on. So,
I mean, you have just I mean, any animal could really nab a human.
yeah,
A mountain lion, a pack of wolves, a bear. A lot of things could, get it.
accidents happen in the wild all the time.
You
If you
could
don't really
trip, fall, break your leg, get stuck on a rock, and then you just die over time. And animals and nature takes care of your corpse and bones.
right. Yeah, so I think it's a very, very small number.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see. I feel that the Wendigo and Bigfoot fight over territory more than they coexist, says TCN Uploads.
Hmm. I don't know. With the Wendigo being such a supernatural beast, I think even Bigfoot would know he couldn't push that thing around.
Well, I think even with like how Bigfoot acts with humans, look at it with us. We're a threat to Bigfoot because, and he has to. All the big and like I said, I like you. I believe there's different species of Bigfoots. I think there's multiple hundreds, if not thousands, of Bigfoots across the world. That have families and they reproduce and live in packs or whatever you want to call it. But
Right.
I think that they know humans are to be, to stay away from them, because with any animal, anywhere humans go, we destroy, we kill, we murder, and so, you don't see it fighting with us. It's always avoiding us, whatever cost. So I think even with other cryptids, I feel like Bigfoot would avoid them. And who knows how Bigfoot is around, say, like a grizzly bear, or like a mountain lion, if it were to get anywhere near, or like would it smell even other animals and stay away from them? I would assume it would act the same as it does with humans, because with animals they only see threat and friend, or not even friend, just really threat. So they just stay away from anything that might harm them. So I feel like Bigfoot would probably stay away from a Wendigo. But what do you think would happen if they got into a fight? Like there was no turning around; it was on right then, a Bigfoot and a Wendigo.
Well, I think, really strength-wise, Bigfoot might have the physical strength. But as far as the endurance goes, Wendigo's going to have to take that. Being a supernatural creature or even a demon, possibly, how can you outdo it, really?
Yeah, and me and you were talking about this last night about Bigfoot. Because as all of you know, I want to make, someday it's my dream to make a cryptid movie, several of them with millions of dollars in budget and production and CGI and stuff like that to make it actually look legit and not shitty. And we were talking about how the Bigfoot would be in my story, and that it wouldn't be necessarily kind of like with the Wendigo, because that's the other thing we discussed. It wouldn't necessarily be accurate to what they might be, but more of entertaining and kind of a concept where like Bigfoot would have weapons. Bigfoot would have maybe a stone hatchet that he's made, or a wooden or stone shield or something like that. But we talked about how we both believe that Bigfoot does use tools, because if you look in, like with monkeys and apes, they are known to use tools as well. They know how to use rocks and sticks and things like that to get to things that they can't with just their hands. Maybe open things, cans of human. Like another good example is when humans give them canned food, they know how to open it. They know how to open it with a rock or whatever. They know. I mean, for fuck's sakes, they know how to drive cars and shit now. So, I think, and we both think that Bigfoots could use weapons, and who knows, maybe they fucking do.
I would think so. I pointed out that video of the orangutans spearfishing. So if orangutans can learn how to do something like that, why couldn't Bigfoot? It makes sense. It's something that I think they could do.
How long do you think Bigfoots have been around for? Like compared to, let's say, I don't know, your average old ape.
Oh, that's a difficult one. I think really they've probably been around, since before us, maybe about the same time we started to develop. So how long would they live? I'm gonna have to say about 50 or 60 years. Because really living out in the wild, longevity just isn't really going to happen.
Right.
Because a small injury can turn into a major problem really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So say a snake bite, a copperhead snake bite. That could do them in pretty quick, I'm sure.
Yeah, and And then you got to account for disease and
Well, humans too.
yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
humans kill some off. I think we've killed off more than we like to say.
What do you? Why do you think we've never actually had proof of one? Then do you think what happens when people kill these things if they,
I wouldn't say we do. I think there is proof, but I think certain parties come in and take it before we can really make it public. There's
see?
numerous stories of people killing these things.
I feel like people. I feel like a lot of times when people kill them, they aren't going out hunting for a Bigfoot. They just see it and they just
Right.
happen to run into it, and they aren't. They don't really care as much about the fame or anything because they're just, what the fuck is
There
this?
was the
But
guy, I forgot his name. He claims that he actually killed a child Bigfoot.
hmm,
Yeah, that he
I
was hunting
wonder.
with a buddy, and he came across a family of Bigfoot, and the baby didn't run, so he shot it. And he went back for the body, but it wasn't there.
God, I'd be nervous to shoot a baby. I mean, because
I
I'd be
would
more
too.
scared of how the parents would react. I mean, especially mama Bigfoot. If it's like any
Oh,
other animal, the mama always gets very, very pissed when you touch the kid. With really any animal, so I don't know how a Bigfoot. Maybe Bigfoots are just super docile and they're just pussies. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing about them. We don't really know.
I don't think they're docile, man. I just think it's that the fear of when they see a gun, they know what it does, so they're going to be very cautious.
Yeah, because I mean, we know they gotta be. Do you think a Bigfoot is stronger than like a silverback gorilla?
Oh yeah, easily. Just think about the muscle mass. The muscle mass for a Bigfoot would be God. Trying to figure that out, probably what 800-900 pounds
Well,
easily.
and they gotta weigh more. They gotta weigh
Oh
more.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, gorillas are like 6 feet tall when they actually stand up. So you think about the muscle mass on those guys. Now, times and times, what, three, maybe four for those guys?
Yeah. So they longer arms. I mean, they get yeah. I think I would agree with that. I think a Bigfoot would kick a silverback gorilla's ass.
Oh yeah, easily, hands down.
Yeah, Eli says Wendigo would not get along with anyone, which I think I would agree
Yeah,
with.
Wendigo's definitely a jerk. Yeah,
Uh,
definitely a dangerous cryptid. I wouldn't want to mess with one of those.
TSCN Upload says Owlman and Mothman can be an example of the convergent evolution.
It's a very good point.
Let's see. Coco asks thoughts on the new New Orleans Axeman, and do you think his warning threats were real?
Never really read about that one.
Neither have I. I haven't heard of the Axeman. That's not the fucking.
Is that a creepypasta, or is that supposed to be some kind of cryptid, or what?
It's not the What was the Bunny
The
Man?
bunny?
It's not Bunny Man, is it? Was Bunny Man from New
No.
Orleans or no?
I thought he was Virginia, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was Virginia. For some reason, I was thinking New Orleans, and I knew he had an axe, so I didn't know if that was what he's.
Right.
Do I still live? I still live in Waterloo. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Ryan?
I've never really read into that one.
The Bunny Man or just the Axe Man?
The Axeman.
Oh yeah, I haven't ever heard of the Axe Man.
Bunny Man reminds me of Donnie Darko.
Oh yeah, I see. My boss was telling me about the Bunny Man, and at first I was like, "That's such a bullshit. You can't tell me there's a bunny cryptid. Like, get out of here. That's no." Because I'm like, okay, we're just giving names to shit now. It's like, oh, there's Fish Man, there's Bee Fly Man, there's Squirrel Man. I mean, we're
is
just
a rabbit cryptid. There's a jackalope. A lot of people used to believe in the jackalope.
okay. Yeah, I mean that's a little different. But like a giant 6 foot tall bunny running around with an axe. I mean, I was like, no. But then I read into it, and it's like, okay, it's an actual guy that's in a bunny costume. Makes more sense. That's more believable. Which actually,
Yeah.
I mean, it is like an actual thing. Like
Yeah,
did
it's like
kill
a Donnie
people.
Darko kind of thing, though. That's what it really reminds me of.
Yeah, this is fucking creepy, dude. I don't want. I mean, Easter Bunny's already scary enough. I don't want to see an actual.
Oh, so you've never seen Donnie Darko, then?
No, I've heard about Donnie Darko. I've never seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch that movie. It's a mindfuck, dude.
Ugh, those movies I hate. Where it's like, what was the movie? God, I can't think of it. But it's like it's in one of those movies where nothing in the movie that happens is real, and then you get to the end of the movie and nothing ever happened. And I was like, what the shit? There's a scene where like the chick eats an apple, but it turns out it's a light bulb.
What movie was that?
It's like nothing is real, or like it is technically real, but it's not. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, she like bites an apple, and it turns out it was a light bulb the whole time. Like she's seeing shit that's not. I don't know. It's weird. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but I hated it. I hated it. It fucked with my mind. I was like, I don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Yikes.
can't. If anyone knows what that movie is, let me know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that movie. I know I've seen it. I just don't remember the name.
Nick wants to know, Ryan. They say when Dagos start as humans, is that true?
That's how a lot of those stories go. They say that it's a case of possession after a man or a woman's broken a taboo. Usually they have to commit cannibalism and something along those lines, and then that spirit possesses them and turns them into a monster.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, right. Then you start changing shape, and oof, painful.
Vic T Nips said, "I had an exorcism. Get me in here. I'll tell a story from start to finish." Well, I won't add you to this live stream, but if you want to DM me on Twitter, Vic, and let me know more about the story, we can probably set up something and we could maybe talk about it on another stream, like your own separate stream that would be yours. But yeah, just let me know. Otherwise, you can just tell a story in chat too if you want. I know it's a lot of typing, but I think Bigfoot is second to us in intelligence. Oh, you mean like Bigfoot is just under humans on the intelligence meter on all?
Yeah, that sounds accurate. Actually, I don't buy that whole superhuman intelligence.
I have heard theories that Bigfoot is an interdimensional and or a being that's not from this planet,
Hmm.
and which I don't know how much I believe. Which I more believe that Bigfoot's just a natural creature on this planet is what I believe in. But
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of theories, and I'm of course always open to things. So I'll never hear something that sounds reasonable and be like, not real, because we don't really know. Let's be honest, we don't fucking know.
you know, it's actually funny you brought that up because I was discussing this with another researcher last night. We were saying how there's possibly three things going on. People are seeing the natural flesh and blood creature that started on Earth. Then you got the what we call entities that they form up from some kind of dark energy, and that's why people see the more evil ones that attack them. And then you got the extraterrestrial part. You got these things were alien engineered, and that's why they disappear, and that's why they can lift such huge things with ease. So I really think there's actually three different things altogether.
Yeah, it's just interesting to think about. I mean, I just hope when I die someday, I get to just go follow a Bigfoot around as a ghost or some shit. You know, I just want to
Right?
see how big they are. I want to see how many species. I just want to know.
That's what I want to do too, man. Follow a dog man around for a day and just know what the hell he's up to.
Can you imagine being someone like yourself, studying
Mm.
Bigfoots, researching them, wanting to know everything about them, but never once getting to see, hear, or experience a real one, and then you die and it's over, like your whole life was a failure.
Yeah, that
It's a
sucks,
sad,
man. But you know
sad.
what? With researchers though, that's basically what we're facing every day.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like it's. I mean, it's shitty.
Yeah, I mean, we have to actually accept the fact that we may not see any single cryptid. You know, in some cases where I have seen one, I don't know if I'll ever see a Bigfoot. I can hope, but maybe not.
So one thing I know I kind of mentioned to you the other night. One thing I was thinking about, and maybe I'll make a whole another live stream dedicated to this. But the Randonautica app, which many of you saw me do, where I went went randonauting on a live stream on my phone, and we didn't really catch anything too creepy or nothing like that. But I posted a link on my Twitter. If you guys don't know my Twitter, it's in my on my main channel. So if you go to my channel page and it's just top right, you'll see the link to it. But I posted a link to a video where a guy tries to debunk the Randonautica app. And for those that know who it is or know what that app is, it's basically an app that uses, oh god, the terminology here, quantum fluctuation or some shit like that, quantum something, quantum whatever the word is. And it's basically you think of a mood or something you want to see or go to. So if you think of happiness, you'll think of the app when it says think of something. You'll click navigate, and it'll take you to a place where you're gonna see happiness. But if you think of something a little darker, say murder, it'll take you to a place where bad things are or whatever. And there's been cases popping up left and right where this app isn't normal. This app is legit, and a lot of bad shit's happening. I actually got into a debate with the founder of the app last night. I think she was just misunderstanding what I was saying, but my point is, what if I did some cryptid hunting with it? What if I thought of Bigfoot and I went out into a remote area or set my range to a big, because you can set your radius to how you want. What if I set my radius all the way up? Because it'll always take you to the closest location of where your thought is. So what if I turned the radius all the way up when I thought of Bigfoot or just cryptid in general, and it took me to a random spot in the woods? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to try that. Maybe that would bring me to a cryptid, and maybe I could be the first ever cryptid hunter to try that.
Wouldn't that be more of a manifestation though, because you're kind of willing it into reality?
It could be. It could be, but it's also like that's why I'm saying I would make the radius big because if like let's just say the nearest Bigfoot to my location currently right now is in I don't know 3 hours south of me in Iowa in some random dinky forest or some shit.
Or outside your front door.
That would be creepy. It's outside your house. I open the window and it's just staring at me. And there's a creepy noise in my apartment.
That's just Julie sneaking around. Ignore it, man.
It sounds like someone just came through my window, but I got my combat stick right here, so we're good. But no, yeah, no, it's not. In fact, it's not. I have a drawing. Yeah, you could send me a drawing along, brother.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that too, man. Let me see what you're talking about.
Chris Peacock wants to know what you think about skinwalkers. Look, what's your overall thoughts on them?
I would think that they are the last cryptid you really, really want to tangle with. Because if there has to be an embodiment of evil as far as the cryptids go, it's got to have to be the skinwalker, because they got to do certain things to actually learn this power. So they have to be absolutely terrible. It's not something you ever want to cross.
Yeah, no.
Do I think they're real? Absolutely, I do think they are real. So many Native American tribes have talked about these things for centuries. So, yeah, I would think they're real indeed.
I would agree with that 100%.
Though, they fear Dill, so.
Yeah, oh, they do. I'm the skinwalker hunter, man, Texas Panhandle with a very interesting question, and it's impossible to answer, but we will take a stab at it. How many species of aliens do you think that aliens do they use abandoned mines from their experiments?
Ooh.
And have been here before mankind? A, let me just address the last part. Have they been here before mankind? They have been here way longer than this rock that is planet Earth has been even an atom. They have been here not on Earth, but they've been existing out somewhere. Now, have they been on Earth before we've been here? Yeah. I bet they were on Earth when dinosaurs existed.
Oh, yeah.
They have been here for so long that it's more their planet than ours, if we're being honest.
Question is, did they create the planet, though?
That is another thing. Who know? We don't. They could easily have technology to create atoms and all this shit to just form something and then leave it for a million years. Come back and see it grow to I don't. There could be tons of. My question is, if aliens have been here, they've been here since Mars was a planet, and from what we know, Mars used to be a vibrant planet like Earth. Everything tells us science-wise that that's what it used to be. We know that there's oceans underground still that are permafrosted. It used to have tons of lakes and oceans, and we can tell that it used to have plant life as well, vibrant plant life. And on top of all that, we know that there was once civilizations there. We know that there was pyramids, just like here on Earth, and actually the pyramids, I believe, what did I see it? There is a pyramid structure on Mars that is similar, almost identical to the Egypt pyramids here on Earth. And in the same spot of the planet, which is weird. So we know that there was once a civilization on Earth. The question is, why did it go extinct? What happened? And what role did they have in that? Were they more of the observing role? They just let it happen? Or were they the reason why that planet turned into what it did? And maybe they're trying to prevent our planet from happening, or from that same thing happening again, but why us? Why save the Earth but not Mars? You know what I mean? There's so many things that we don't know.
So you think it's kind of like a test run sort of thing?
Maybe it is. Yeah, they could just be playing God. But the other thing to note, though, is we have so much evidence that they have helped us with shit. They have helped us. They have stepped in. They have intervened. Which, if they were observing, they wouldn't be doing that. So it kind of makes me think they're not just here to observe. I mean, yes, they are observing, but they're not just observing. I think they are helping us with shit. They apparently are working with us, and I know the United States they are in on. They are helping the United States. I assume they're helping every country. I don't think they go by borders, or I don't think they give a shit. We know there's evidence that they used to be
preservation.
Yeah. Because we know they've been all over the world. They have bases all over the world. There's footage of UFOs flying under. What a lot of theories are, there's underwater cities. There was a team of people who went underwater in these submarines, and they saw this giant city, this massive city underwater, and they actually started shooting torpedoes at this fucking thing. and
Oh,
the torpedoes would just disappear. They'd get kind of close to the city and just disappear, and then they went missing. They just went. They never came back, resurfaced or nothing. They went missing, and then I should try to remember these fucking videos I watch, but that's out there somewhere. I don't. You can probably Google team finds underwater city. It's an interesting case, but as far as your question of how many species of aliens, that's impossible to answer. I'm sure there's billions, trillions, whatever the biggest number you can even come up with, because an alien is anything that is of life form. Like technically, like if we found a worm on the moon, that would be an alien. If it's a life form that's not on Earth, it's an alien. We are aliens to anything else. You know what I mean? So a better question would be, how many species of aliens are on Earth? Which again is another impossible one to answer because we just don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody knows. I know for a fact somebody knows. But
so do you think that aliens war amongst themselves and the other species, though?
What do you mean?
Do you think all the different types of aliens actually fight each other for supremacy in some way?
I think, to a degree, yes. I think, like, from what I've heard, and it seems like every story has backed this up, is that tall whites are the kings of the crops. Like, not just on Earth, but like in as far as our observable universe goes. And they obviously travel. They don't use light speed for travel. They that's nothing. That's primitive shit for them. They can just almost go through like a wormhole or some shit and get to their planet. Like they travel in such a crazy fast way that they can probably reach God knows how many planets and star systems. And they're from the Andromeda galaxy is what people have said. And another guy that's backed up a lot of these, we know, and I watched one of his videos on stream. The guy, I forget his name, he was dying of cancer, and President Eisenhower sent him another guy to Area 51 back in the day when Area 51 housed alien stuff. And they were telling him all these things. They told him, I think they mentioned some of the species that we had. Reptilians, greys, and tall
Was
whites.
that Bob Lazar that did that?
No, Bob Lazar was the one who worked on, his sole job was to study I don't think it was the Roswell craft. I think maybe it was the Roswell craft. It was either the Roswell craft or another craft similar to it. I don't think it was the Roswell craft though. But his job was just to assess and learn what he could. And the only things that he witnessed was a spaceship actually take off that humans were testing to fly. Like they actually were outfitting these things so that we could fit in them because the seats were tiny. These were small gray ships, and he saw that happen. And then he saw only one day where all the hangar doors were open. He could see all the saucers, and every single one was different shape and size, which kind of makes sense for why when you see YouTube videos of saucers, they're always different shapes. It seems like there are the saucers that we know, but there's different shapes, and it's weird to think why do they need all these shapes? Well, I don't know, but yeah, Bob Lazar is probably the most credible guy in the entire world when it comes to aliens, because he, like I said, he never saw one. I guess one of the guys he knew was also working there, and they saw a picture of an alien autopsy that had gone on, and he described it to Bob, and that's kind of what he said. And he said it looked like just your normal alien, like the gray. But he actually took people out for test flights, and they were watching these things fly around and grilling out and shit. And I told the story on stream, but he would take his buddies and go out there, out in the desert in Nevada, and he knew what time they do these test flights, and they'd go and fly these UFOs around, and eventually people, they had his phones tapped and everything, and they found out, and they were doing it one day and grilling out, and all of a sudden this green laser comes rolling down the hill, right to their feet. And they look up like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, like, all these geared military dudes come out pointing guns at them. They had found out that they were watching them and confiscated them and snatched them up. So, but yeah, the aliens, dude, I could go on for days about aliens. And
you should make more alien videos, though. You're really good at it, man.
I know. I've thought about it. I really wish I could do. I want to do like a kind of like how what was that guy? Secure Team 10. I used to like his content, even though it turns out a lot of it was fake.
Dude, you'd be great for that. You really should do that.
Yeah, I think I wish I had a spookier voice like Secure Team 10 though. Secure Team 10 has a really good voice, and say what you want about him. I don't know all this drama shit that's going on, but he used to make some good videos, regardless if they were real or not.
Your voice is good, dude. You could definitely do it.
I probably could. I probably could. Give me some beers. Go away, cat. Um, let's see. We'll get back to cryptids now. I kind of went on a detour there.
That's all right.
Uh, if I was a Bigfoot and my son got popped, I'd go fucking bananas, says Longtail.
Me too. Me too.
Uh, oh, Logan asks, Ryan, how do you think Bigfoots travel? Do you think that they travel in groups or like a pack, or what do you think?
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that they travel in families, small family circles, where you got the babies, you got the females, you got the older males, the grandparents and whatnot, and they stick together for a while. And I think once certain ones get old enough, certain males leave the troop, I guess you would call it. Since we're talking about primates or something similar to a primate, I think it's a troop, and they move across the country following their prey.
I agree with that one 100%. I think a lot of times, even when like the parents or the elders will go and gather resources or hunt or for whatever they're hunting or gathering food, and that's why you'll see them always like in as a one. You'll see them kind of going out, but a lot of times, who knows, when you see these things, they could be heading back, retreating to where their den is, where their family is, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there was that one video, and I don't know if it was ever proven fake or what, but
Which one?
it was the video of the mother Bigfoot holding the baby. It was either on her back or on her breast. I can't remember which one it was.
I believe that one was proven to be fake.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it turned out to be a costume.
It was a damn good fake then, Jesus.
Yeah, and the baby was just a puppet, I guess. I mean, I thought it was real. The Independence Day footage? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it does sound familiar. That does sound familiar.
Okay, the one where she's hiding behind the rock at first, and you see her run across, and she runs down a hill.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's the Independence Day footage. I actually thought that was legit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did too. It looks legit. I mean, it really does.
Yeah, it was a good makeup job. If you look at the mom's face when she kisses the baby, she actually puckers her lips, and so does the baby. So they knew what the hell they were doing, man. We gotta prick their brains for their special effects still.
Right, yeah. I'll hire them.
Right? Yeah, that's what we gotta do.
Let's see. With the interdimensional theory, some say that's why we can't find their bodies.
That would make sense in a way, but you have to remember in nature, bodies disappear really quick. We have acidic soil, we have different kind of vermin that pick up the bones, and other animals, bears, cougars, wolves, they all steal body parts.
Yeah. And the thing is like when a Bigfoot were to die, wherever it may be, you have to understand that it's going to be in a very remote location. The chances of just stumbling across a corpse would be astronomical almost. And I mean, you don't know where to look. There's no, you just have to get lucky as shit.
Yeah, you'd have to look at science too, though. It took us forever and a day to actually get a full gorilla skeleton.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, for the longest time, all we could find was just a few teeth here and there, maybe a rib or maybe a jawbone. We never actually found a whole skeleton until recently.
Interesting. I did not know that.
And that's a known animal, and we know they're not interdimensional, so.
Or do we?
Right.
Now they're in zoos. They can't be.
They're calm.
Welcome, Roadhouse. Watching from Clearwater, Florida. Happy to have you. Welcome, Caterpillar Man. Peace out, Coco. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
Coco left already?
Yeah, I think he left actually a while ago. I just now saw it. Sorry, Coco, if you're rewatching this. Matteo says, do you think there is a galactic ONU? I don't know what that is.
I'm not really sure.
Galactic ONU. Does it stand for something?
It has to.
What's up, Alberto? Do you think that aliens have some sort of highly advanced humans, tall and short grays, tall and short humans? It could be. I mean, there's some that theorize that that's what happened to Mars. Is some aliens came from Mars and the survivors came to Earth, and there's others that claim that we're the survivors that came from Mars. Earth used to be uninhabitable, and we came here to start a new civilization, which would kind of throw a lot of people's ideas of how we began as humans and evolution and all this stuff. But who knows? I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think they're human. I don't think they're advanced humans. I think they're a completely separate race and completely different in many ways. Agree. But, I don't know. I don't think they're human. I think they're advanced humans. I think they're a completely separate race and completely different in many ways. Agree. But, I don't think they're human. I think they're advanced humans. I think they're completely different in many ways. I don't know. I don't think they're human. I think they're advanced humans. I think they're a completely separate race and completely different in many ways. But Yeah, just to think of how many. I mean, how many planets do you think they control? Because it's got to be an astronomical number. And if they're that advanced to just take over a planet that they live nowhere near and just take it over, I mean, control it. And these are probably just like. I'm assuming that tall whites are just so advanced that every single one is created equal, and they're all like leaders. They're all like high up people. I mean, I don't know. They do have children. We do know that they have children, and the children are very much like human children. They are very curious and they're playful and they like to fuck around and do shit. So that is interesting to know. There was a guy who claimed that if you went out to the desert, there was this desert that's no, you can't go there anymore because every time shit happens and people get to places where the Area 51 doesn't have claimed land, people can sneak in these areas and get footage or encounters, and then after that goes public, they buy that land, so you can no longer go there. But this guy claimed that if you went there at a certain time of the day, sometimes if you could track them by starting. Like, he would go out there and start painting on a big canvas, and they would actually somehow know he was doing this and come find him and watch him from a distance and just watch him paint because they're curious, because they're little babies and they're stupid, So, but yeah, no, it's interesting question, text panel. I'm unsure, but I don't think they're any kind of human, at all.
Oh, so he meant an alien UN, like the United Nations kind of thing.
Oh.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, I got you.
What do you think killed the dinosaurs, though? I think climate change, probably. I don't believe in an asteroid. I mean, yeah, an asteroid could have killed a lot of dinosaurs. I'm not saying that's not possible. There's no way an asteroid killed every single dinosaur on the planet, because if that happened, there would be no Earth.
Out, you so missed out on a chance for a Batman quote. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Wait, is that from Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
That was Mr. Freeze.
Oh, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's funny. Well, we do know that we've had five what do you call it? Extinction level events, or 5 ice ages. I can't remember which one it is, but we're going on the 6th one now, like in our cycle of evolution.
Yeah, I was just reading about that today.
Yeah, and the last one that happened, or it was either the last one or two. I want to say the last one. It was with when woolly mammoths and shit were alive, that kind of age, whatever time period that was. They said, and they actually know this to be scientific fact now, because they found a woolly mammoth that was frozen in the ice, that was perfectly preserved. It was so well preserved that the food in its stomach, when they dissected it, was still they could tell it was green plant life, and it was in the middle of an ice fucking barren region. And the only reason they found it is because part of it had thawed away, and some of the animals were starting to eat at it, and it still had flowing blood in its body still, which means that this animal froze to death within a matter of an hour or 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it used to live in a lush green climate, and then something happened. The climate went bonkers, and some shit happened, and everything froze to death instantly. Died, within an hour or two, whatever. But and that's the only way that the plants in its stomach could have been preserved like that. That's what that means, I guess. I don't know anything about science, but that's what they say. So same thing could probably have happened with dinosaurs. I'd
say so.
I don't think, especially the bigger dinosaurs, wouldn't fare well in cold weather, because they now believe that like T-Rexes didn't have feathers. They might have had quills on like their elbows and parts of their body, but they were mostly like what you'd see in a Jurassic Park movie, where the smaller dinosaurs, had feathers, but even if they had that, it would, like mammoths are meant to live in the cold and they still died. So yeah, that's probably how dinosaurs died, if I had to guess. That's what I think the leading theory is right now, anyways, if you look it up.
There's probably some viruses there too that killed them off.
Yeah, it could be that too. Pretty sure security team didn't drunkenly beat his wife. Oh, is that why people don't? I knew there was some controversy with it, but I didn't know what it was, though. I know like fake videos, though. I know that's what he did for.
Is that why he disappeared, though?
Probably, if I had to guess. I know he had a bunch of controversy. Like he staged a lot of his videos, or no, he made up stories or some shit. I can't remember to like report on, because he was so low on content, so he started doing that, I think. But it was I kind of quit watching him after a while, but so I kind of missed out on all the drama. Let's see. The mountain gorilla was basically a cryptid until discovered, says Jeff.
Oh, not basically. It absolutely was a cryptid until it was discovered.
What about the? And I don't. And correct me if I'm wrong. If this is the same thing.
Hmm.
The lion killing apes. I
Oh,
forget the
the
name for them.
bonobo apes. Yeah, the bonobo apes or belly apes.
Were those a
Yeah.
cryptid before, or were they not even known about completely?
They were a little bit of both. People rumored about them, but they were thought to be just legends. But no, they were actually proven true not too long
Are
ago.
are those things still in existence? Do they still live?
Oh yeah, the belly apes, absolutely. Yeah, you can go see them in zoos now. They're
Oh,
tall.
really?
They're about 6 foot tall when they're actually
Yeah,
standing up.
well,
Yeah.
I saw, and the picture I saw was this thing sitting down on a log, and it was taller than a 6 foot human standing up, and it was just sitting.
Yeah, some of them can be, and they sleep on the ground. They're a type of chimpanzee that sleeps on the ground, not in the trees.
Yeah, it was huge, and they call them lion killers because they could apparently just like
Yeah, that's
rip
what the
apart
natives said, that they would actually kill the lions that came after them.
scary motherfuckers. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to fuck with those guys, dude.
Mm-mm, not at all. Let's see. All right, Sammy, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. A nuclear winter? It could be. The frozen mammoth could be frozen in a flood. They don't think it was. I mean, the I think it was a YouTube video or it was on the news or some shit. I can't remember where I saw it or if I read up on it. But it was basically they determined like they knew it froze to death in almost instantly. So they're now I think digging in that area to see if they can find more. But it was a perfectly preserved, and it's not the first one they found that was. They found another one a while ago that was pretty well preserved. I mean, it was you still had fur on it and everything.
Yeah,
So
they're gonna clone it from that, actually.
yeah, they're trying to clone that, and they're also trying to clone what's it called? The carrier pigeon. I was just watching a segment on Joe Rogan today, just like an hour ago or an hour before the stream started. And this guy's a scientist, and he actually deals with some of the cloning properties and what happens when how humans are speeding up like nature has a way of balancing itself. It always has and it always will. But humans fuck that up. We mess with the equilibrium, and certain animals go extinct because of us. Certain animals get run out of areas because of us. When we cut down trees, it really messes with the equilibrium. And he was explaining that this carrier pigeon, even though it seems like some stupid, or I can't remember, it was some kind of bird, some little pigeon thing or something. But he said they're trying to clone that and bring it back into the wild because just plugging that piece into the puzzle fixes a lot of things. Even though it might seem minor, whether it eats a certain bug or I don't know, he didn't explain what it does, but it fixes a lot of shit. But he's kind of explaining how they ran this experiment where they bought this land, these scientists, and they brought a bunch of farm animals in and they let them roam free. And what happened was the pigs, especially the pigs, started eating everything. The pigs started eating shit, and there was foxes and then golden eagles and bald eagles in this area, right?
Hmm.
And the pigs started eating everything, and they started destroying the foxes' homes because they started eating. I mean, just over time, they started eating, and so the foxes ran out of the area, and they lost the fox population, and then the golden eagles weren't hunting the fox anymore, so they started hunting the bald eagles. And golden eagles are bigger than bald eagles, and they're more badass. And they started killing off the eagles, and then before you know it, all that was left in this area was just golden eagles and pigs. And so they had to, and they did this kind of on purpose. They kind of knew this was going to happen, so they wanted to test what would happen if they removed the golden eagles completely from the scenario, and they removed the pigs. And then, of course, after they did that, life got back to how it was supposed to be. But humans fucking with shit, putting shit where it doesn't belong, fucks with everything. So I don't really know where I'm going with this. My point is that humans fuck up everything.
So basically, humans are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long story short.
Yeah. He
We
was
all-
saying that
true.
he doesn't agree with. He doesn't think that we should make a real life Jurassic Park. Not because it wouldn't be cool, and it wouldn't like necessarily throw off anything. It would just be a waste of scientific research. I personally, selfishly, would love to see that because I so badly want to see a real life T-Rex, dude. I want to know what they look like so bad. And someday they're gonna be able to do it. They're gonna be able to clone a dinosaur. They're gonna be able, like,
If they haven't already. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's true. I mean, who knows?
them
Like,
already.
we're getting ready. I mean, I think we'll have a mammoth. We'll have mammoths reintroduced in our lifetime. Like, I think we'll see one, or at least we'll start that process in our lifetime. Like we're close to cloning a mammoth right now. Like we have everything I think we need. We have its DNA, we have its blood. So I don't know how we couldn't, but
Well, because there'd be missing gaps in the DNA, though. There'd be a lot of damage from how it died and how old it is.
yeah, he was explaining that how they clone, which I like. It all went over my head because it's all these scientific words, and anything that you clone will never be exactly the same. There's always going to be things that are different, but you could kind of get that animal back. And yes, Alligator Gar brought up passenger pigeon. Passenger pigeon is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That went extinct or.
Bring back the dodo bird first and see how they behave.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Do dinosaurs right away. I don't think we're ready for that.
A 1 foot tall tiny chicken saurus would be a dope as a pet.
You mean Dakota?
Yeah. Yep, Dakota. Yeah, he's a chicken. Evolution says they are cloning dinosaurs right now with the Chickensaurus Project. I don't know what the fucking Chickensaurus Project is.
Oh, that's when they were using chicken embryos, right?
Oh, are they trying to... I have no idea.
It would kind of fill in the genetic gaps.
Just because that's the closest thing to a dinosaur is the chicken?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. I personally...
They tried pig fetuses, too.
I personally hope they do. Like, try cloning a dinosaur. If they're going to do any dinosaur, give me a T-Rex. Give me a fucking T-Rex. That's all I want to see.
Give me a Spinosaur, man. I want a Spinosaur.
Oh, fuck the Spinosaurus. Fuck that thing. It killed the T-Rex in the third movie.
That's right, it did.
Disrespected my boy.
Your girl. That was a girl.
Whatever. Stupid. Should have been the boy T-Rex. He's way more cooler. Actually, the main T-Rex in the first movie and the Jurassic World movies is actually the same one. It's a female. She's badass.
Right.
She is the biggest one they made, though.
Right? That one was actually good. Spinosaurus, though, did you hear about all the discoveries for that?
Yeah, someone, I don't know if it was you or someone in chat, I think, was telling me that they actually updated how it looked.
Yeah, it was actually more aquatic than everybody thought originally.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would always like to see... And I don't believe the Spinosaurus and T-Rex ever lived at the same time. Kind of like how the T-Rex never existed with the Stegosaurus. But,
right.
But, yeah, no, it's... I would like to see Rexy, the original T-Rex from the Jurassic Park movie, and which is the same T-Rex, for those that don't know, as the Jurassic World movies. I'd like to see her fight that Spinosaurus, because it would have destroyed it. Easily.
Oh, for sure. Agreed.
All right, Brandon, thanks for tuning in, brother. Hell yeah, Julie. Hell yeah.
Julie's being salty again.
Matteo says, every animal is gangster until humans appear. Pretty much true.
Accurate, yeah.
Human-animal hybrid. Which is, I just actually, and this is kind of embarrassing to admit, considering I'm a Godzilla fan. I just, the other night, watched Godzilla King of Monsters for the first time. Even though I had seen basically the whole movie through, like, clips, YouTube clips, I saw all the fight scenes and shit. Because I just wasn't excited for the human parts, so I just watched the animal, or the fighting scenes. But I watched the whole thing. It was actually, I liked the movie a lot. But they actually talked about how humans fucked with everything, and we fuck with the equilibrium, and how these cryptid, or these, what do they call them? Titans, or whatever they call them,
Mm-hmm.
are coming to rebalance the world and rebalance life. Which is kind of fitting that we're talking about this, and then that.
Except for Ghidorah, dude. He was there to fuck up all life.
I didn't know he was an alien. I didn't know he was
he's always been an alien, man.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Planet X.
How did they freeze him in ice anyways? How did they get that big-ass monster that can kill anything in ice? Did he just naturally freeze? Like,
I think that was mentioned in the novel Aftershock. I think Godzilla's ancestor Dagon did it.
What, is like his dad or something?
Not really. It's more like just another member of his species. You remember the bones they found in the first Godzilla movie in 2014?
Oh, wait. So
things that the Mudos were inside?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Dagon. That was his ancestor right there. Mudo Prime actually laid her eggs inside of that one.
Interesting. I didn't know there was more than one Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You should watch the Toho series, the original series, man.
I want to see all the monsters at the end of the movie that bowed down to Godzilla. I want to see all them do some fighting and some shit. Like, I want to see Kong fights. Like, Godzilla would whoop all their asses, obviously, because nothing can compete with Godzilla except for, like, but even Ghidorah. Like, when it was a 1v1 fight and it was fair, Godzilla was kicking his ass the entire movie. The only time that he got the advantage on Godzilla, it was when he like flew him up to space, or when the humans nuked him with that bomb. Like Godzilla is just untouchable, and that's why like Kong can't fucking do anything to Godzilla. There's nothing that he can do. He can punch him around and he could do some damage, but Kong, I don't think. And I know they're gonna make him a lot like he was just a baby in the Kong movie, or like not a baby, but he was not matured yet, so he's gonna be a lot bigger. But I don't see how he's not going to get murdered. Like, I mean, I know plot armor, but I don't see how he would stand more than 5 minutes. I know think Kong is smarter. He's smarter than probably the other ones, but I don't know. Godzilla just has
Godzilla's going to play a role in that.
You what?
Kong's not going to win. I think Mechagodzilla's to be the one to kill Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with that. I know Kong's not going to kill him. Because he can't. Like, there's no way. But and I know Godzilla's not going to kill Kong just because plot armor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting. Is Kong going to fight with another monster against Godzilla? I assume they're going to make it 1v1 just because it's a classic rivalry.
Right. Well, they'll make them 1-on-1 for a while, just for that rematch. But then it'll be 2-on-2 against, some bad guys.
Yeah.
I think Mechagodzilla and probably maybe Destroyer. I don't know. I'd like to see him in there, but it might be too early.
King Kong is going to be the same size as Zilla. I saw that he was still going to be smaller, but he's going to be a lot bigger than he was in the Kong movie. Because, like, in the Kong movie, he's only up to, like, Godzilla's waist. Like, he's not... He looks massive in that movie, but Zilla's way bigger.
True.
But I saw that he wasn't going to be the same exact size. Can you imagine a gorilla that big? That would look ridiculous, I think. But, I don't know. They'll pull it off. They make shit look so good nowadays in movies. Like, I can't believe how they're going to make Mechagodzilla not be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they'll make it look cool. I mean, I have faith in them.
I'm just worried about how they're going to bring him in, though. They need a good story to bring him in.
Yeah, it's going to be...
story.
The only problem with these Godzilla movies, and, like, they haven't been bad. I enjoyed them, but I just wish there was more continuity with every... Like, I wish characters would stay. I wish, like, in this next movie, we have returning human characters, because in the first Godzilla, did anyone return to the second one? I don't think so. Not that I noticed. Except for the Asian guy. Yeah, but they killed him off, and I was pissed.
Yeah, I knew they were going to do that.
I liked his character. Let them fight.
He was cool.
Only thing I wish differently about his death scene is, like, they were prepping him for it. They're like, yeah, like, you're going to be in a highly radiated zone. You're going to lose motor functions. And he should have, like, actually started losing motor functions. Because it's kind of like, when you're in a radiated area like that, you just literally start, like, shutting your organs start shutting down just like that. Like, same thing with, like, Chernobyl. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that TV show. That's probably the most realistic. Well, it definitely is the most realistic TV show ever created about what happened there in the night of that and the days following. But radiation's a very, very scary thing, and you do want, if you get radiation poison to the point where you're gonna die of it, whether it's long term or short term, you want it to be short term, because dying of radiation poisoning, like, let's say a week later, is horrible. You literally, your body starts rotting, but your heart still beats. Your heart is the last thing that shuts down, but your, like, stomach will rot away, and your skin starts peeling off to where it's just bone. It's disgusting. You go blind eventually, and it's horrible. Worst way to die.
I was eating until you said that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's a gruesome way to go. Oh, man. And you literally watch yourself rot. Your body rots, and you stink. You stink like a rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that's another thing. Godzilla with his nuclear breath, I feel like, would blow a hole through Kong. Like, how would it not? If it blows a hole through every other cryptid, I keep calling them cryptids. If he can shoot that nuclear breath and just, like, I mean, I guess, their skin always hurts. He always blows it down their throat, and it just blows them up. But they have, like, scales and shit. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
but Kong's got speed, though, man. I think he's gonna be ducking and dodging.
He probably will be, yeah. And Kong will probably use weapons like how he did, like, with the chains and the boat propeller things.
Yeah,
he'll have something that he'll grab and some shit, a statue or something.
Well, they showed pictures of him, or like pictures of an action figure where he's holding a club now, an axe and a club. So I'm wondering if he makes weapons in this movie.
He might. He's gonna need something. He can't fight Godzilla with his hands. There's no way. If they do make him the exact same size as Godzilla, okay.
Oh no, he's not gonna be the same exact size.
I know, that's what I read. I read he was gonna still be a little bit smaller, but.
Oh yeah, he is for sure. If you look at that picture that they leaked where he's fighting him on a ship or whatever, He's jumping in the air and he's still not the same
Oh, I
size.
saw that. I read somewhere that those pictures that were leaked were completely fake, but I could be.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Kong can fight though, man. That's the thing is, he's been fighting since he was a baby.
Uh. Oh wow.
Hmm.
So I just got an email. So breaking news. I got an email from Adorama.
Oh. Oh.
Are you guys
What's
ready
he
for
say?
this? Oh baby. We would like to notify you that we have issued a credit to your credit debit card in the amount of $620.53.
Hey, nice.
I just got refunded, and you know what's crazy? Hold on, let me message Boston here, because she actually is gonna freak out.
Nice.
Uh, wow, I can't. Okay, so for those, I know we're kind of going way off topic here, but we have been going for a little while. So, for those who don't know, my camera was stolen. Tried getting a refund, and Adorama was just not doing anything about it. It's the worst customer support. Don't ever order something from them. And just today, I went on a Twitter rant and started tweeting at them, and Boston Actor started tweeting at them, and started like a firestorm of tweets. And they're not even open right now. And they just sent me this email. Like they just saw our Twitter shit, and they're like, "Oh god, we got to get some damage control."
That's awesome, dude.
Oh man, I can't. Dude, that has been the most stressful process ever in my life. Oh my god, it's been since May 25th. I've been dealing with this.
Damn. That long?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Wow. I can't even believe that. I just saw that pop up on my fucking phone. I'm like, wow. Holy shit, that's so crazy. What? I didn't expect them just to do it. They had to have done that just because of the shit they were getting on Twitter.
That's pretty cool, man.
Wow. Phil Swift with a $2 donation. What's up, Pickle Man? I have returned. Welcome, Phil Swift. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Yeah, so I will be, as soon as that money hits my account, I will be getting my camera, and then we can start focusing on some cryptid investigations. Victory for Big Deal, yes. Yes, yeah, big shout out to Boston. She's pretty much the only reason I got the camera back. Do I have PayPal? I think I never use PayPal. I don't think I have a PayPal. Yes, I just don't know what my PayPal is. I'm probably I could check. Why do you ask? What's up, Satan? So let me go up and see if I missed any questions here for Ryan. Okay. I know we started talking about Godzilla, but it's kind of funny because Godzilla and that whole universe is kind of like a cryptid talk in a way. It's not that far off.
Oh yeah, there's just giant cryptids, man.
Yeah, yeah. Which is why I want to make that movie with cryptids. It'd be, like how my story time was. That would be made into a movie, and it would be a series of movies. Now, obviously, I'd have to be a big time YouTuber. I'd have to have millions of subs, 2-3 million subs, and I'd be, having all these sponsors and shit to make me a millionaire, and then I'd have to basically use all my own money to do it. Kind of like how Star Wars Theory, for those who are curious, did Shards of the Past, the Vader fan film that he made. Fantastic. That was legit. It looked cool. That's something I'd want to do, but with cryptids, and it would be awesome. No one's done it. I know people have tried doing cryptid like movies, but they're all shitty. Let's be honest. Like they're all dumb. Mine wouldn't be dumb.
Kickstarter, dude. Do a Kickstarter and have people donate for a while.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that could happen. I think more than anything, though, I would have to still grow as a channel and get to a point where I could get sponsors and stuff as well before I could even think about doing anything like that. And also just gain experience, just filming with my camera is going to come in. But yeah, no, it's definitely something I've put a lot of thought into. Venomous Vixen says, I bet they have dinosaur eggs somewhere in a lab. Very possible. They could. I mean, I don't think that we have dinosaurs recreated or even eggs. In my opinion, I don't think we are there currently. But like the thing is we just don't know because there is probably so much mind-blowing shit that we don't know about that if we did, we'd freak out. I mean, I personally wouldn't. I think I could handle everything thrown at me pretty well. And most of you could as well. But a lot of people, like, You gotta understand. People are always like, why doesn't the government just tell us there's aliens? Why don't they tell us? And blah, 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 blah. Besides the fact that we're at war with the entire world always, with information and hiding shit from each other. Like, we're so divided that will, A, never happen because of that reason. We don't want China to know shit that we're doing and blah, 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 blah. But also because humans can't handle shit that they can't understand. And they can't handle stressful situations. We panic as a human race. Look at what happened with the coronavirus. We way overreacted with how we handled that as society. We, hoarding shit, hoarding toilet paper, for whatever fucking reason. It's the dumbest shit ever. People freak out. If you just handled it in a calm manner and worked with each other to make sure that everyone gets shit that they need, then shit would go a lot better. But that's just not how humans are, and honestly, I don't think it'll ever get better. Like, we're just a scumbag race of creatures. Very primitive, very dumb.
True enough.
And that's the thing with, like, tall whites, is they don't have religions. They don't have races. I mean, they might have, who knows? They might. But they are unified. They are one race. They don't think of each other as different. They're all one. They're all one, species. They're like us. There's religion is a huge dividing line between a lot of us, and that's why a lot of people die as religion. A lot of war is religion. Obviously, black, white, Asian, Chinese, whatever race. There's people who hate races that don't care for blacks and whites and whatever it is. And then politics is another big thing. Border, it's all this shit that just I don't see us ever evolving unless something major happens to where most of the population gets wiped out, which is honestly what needs to happen. Like, over half the planet needs to die. We need a Thanos. We need that. I think it would do wonders to the planet. It's not a if. It would be certain to help the planet out. It'd be devastating because we'd all lose someone, but I'm not saying I want that to happen in my lifetime. Fuck no. Although it would be cool to see a Thanos, for a little second. Godzilla is not a cryptid. They are kaiju. They're different. I know he's not a cryptid. I'm just saying he's
very similar.
Yeah. Godzilla technically was a cryptid until the first Godzilla movie, because a cryptid by definition is something that is thought to be real but no proof to back it up.
Exactly.
But yeah, he is I know what you're saying, Phil. So he is a kaiju. I couldn't think of the word, so I kept saying cryptids by accident. Rando not Bigfoot after this. I do want to, the thing, I need to go somewhere else to rando not, because it keeps taking me to people's houses, and I can't do anything when I get there, and I don't want to look suspicious. Like, in my town, you can't just walk around and film where people can see you, because you're going to get the cops called on you, guaranteed.
Just for filming?
Not that I would get in any trouble, but I would get cops on me, yeah. Guaranteed cops would show up. Like, yeah, I'm not going to jail or nothing, because I'm not doing anything illegal, but I just don't even want to have cops, just bothering me and shit like that. And I have nothing against the police. It's just I'd rather not. He might think a camera I'm holding is a gun and shoot me. I fucking don't know.
Yeah, that would be your luck, huh?
What if I think of death, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing here, and then someone calls the cops on me. Cops come up and they shoot me because that's death. Whereas industrial ship, she's usually here. Industrial is a guy. First of all, Phil. Secondly, he was here. I don't know where he's at.
I think he left, didn't he?
He might have. I'm not sure. I haven't been. Boston, did you see my tweet toward you? The one I sent you? They just emailed me and they just refunded me for the camera. Just now, just out of nowhere. Maybe I'm checking. See, you might have seen it already. I already gave you your public thank you, but I'll give it again. Big shout out to Boston Actor. She's the only reason that we probably got this camera back. I already said it earlier. Okay, you're going to make me say it twice. I'll say it twice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big shout out. Like I said, I was explaining to them that I think the Twitter backlash just made them kind of act on it real fast. She wants the camera now. Well, I'll get my hands on it first and test it out, and then I'll let you know if I want to give it to you, We need to get more videos and just not streams. I know this, Satan. That's why I was talking about it. You probably weren't in the stream, but I talked about how I wanted to cut streams down to 2 and do more videos. That's the thing, is I don't have anything to do videos properly with right now. That's why I'm waiting for the camera that was stolen from me. That's why we're kind of in limbo right now. Also, coronavirus and all this and that. I have a lot of ideas for videos. Like I said, I'm launching my own TV show, but that's going to be a while from now. There's a lot of planning and editing and filming that's going to go into that. But yeah, no, there's definitely videos coming. You just got to be patient. We will never get to see aliens until we find them. They won't come here. Well, first of all, they're already here. We know this. And we don't have to find them. They'll find us if they want us. But we're working with, like, we're not just going to find aliens. They're only going to be found if they want to be seen. Because they're that advanced. Black, white, Asians, you know what I mean. Oh, so you can donate. If you should be able to donate, Vixen, if you want. There should be a link to donate just right under the chat, the little $sign thing. Like, I think I don't know if you use PayPal for that or if it comes out of your PayPal, but yeah, you should be able just to donate right in here in chat.
Yeah, it goes through PayPal.
Yeah. If I get a better PC, I'll edit shit for you. It'd be dope, Satan. They won't come here openly. Like, what do you mean by come here? Do you believe that aliens aren't on Earth, Satan?
Uh-oh.
I'm curious. I will. And the thing is you can answer it honestly. I will never shoot down someone's opinion because I can't sit here and say aliens are 100% a fact that they're here on Earth, because I can't say that. I don't know. I've only researched, and I will always keep an open mind, even though I will disagree with you strongly. I will never say that you're wrong because I don't know. And who am I to say that you're wrong? You know, I'm just some guy. Which is, I think, another thing that a lot of people in the cryptid world and paranormal world are wrong for is they believe in something and they're dead set on that. You know, they're dead set, and anything that anyone tries to say that's other than what they think is wrong. And they may be right, and they may be right for thinking some things. But the biggest thing is to keep an open mind. Try to, at least.
Very well said.
Which I know, Ryan, you're good at that too. And and there's not a lot of people. No one I know is like that, but I've seen YouTubers who are kind of like that. Who've talked about things.
I know a lot of YouTubers like that.
Yeah. I know a lot of just a lot of friends that also are like that, where they hear something in a YouTube video and they're like, that's a fact. They take it as a fact, and anyone that says, and I saw this one YouTube video once, and it said that aliens have 3-inch wieners, and I know that's a fact. I know, you can't say it anything other than that.
Yeah, they Googled it, so therefore it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people like that.
Oh, the Axeman of New Orleans earlier that was brought up. He was a American serial killer, active in New Orleans from May 1918 to October of 1919.
Whoa. Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, so that's like a real deal thing.
Nice, very nice. We all love serial killers, don't we?
Oh yes, we really do.
We're not crazy or anything.
Do you and Brian think interdimensional beings come and visit our planet constantly? What do you mean, you and Brian?
He means me, man.
Oh, because I have my boss is Brian. But I'm like, Brian, but Ryan, yeah. I actually have a friend named Brian, so I was like, what Brian?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I kind of think they do come and visit our planet constantly, but yeah, that's debatable.
Do they come and visit, or are they just here?
Yeah, they might just stay. Who knows? I wouldn't want to stay here, but that's me.
Yeah, no, I would come here and be like, yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Earth, what a shithole.
Really, I mean, that's what they gotta think. You can count to potato. Okay. Yep, that's basically exactly right, Vixen. Yep. War and racism will always... It just won't change. Humans are so dumb that we can't move forward. We only tread water. We just keep drowning, like farther... Just dig... I don't know. We're just not evolving in the right direction. We're devolving. We're just stupid. We do cool things and we do really amazing shit at the same time, but as far as moving along together and as one, as a unified race, we know. Like, the amount of people in this world that are Which is this is another thing I've thought about. Say we did get unified. Do alien species like say tall whites have rogues? Do they have members of them that are, not that don't fit into uniformity? Like they murderers. Do they have serial killer aliens? I mean, do they go around and fuck with shit? They got to. You'd think so, but maybe they're just so advanced that particular race doesn't because they're all. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say, but you makes you think. Even if we were unified and we all believed in the same either religion or we didn't believe in religion at all, whether it is one or the other, and we were all loving of each other and accepted each other, would we still have rogues? I mean, mental illness is a thing. I don't think that would change ever. So, the whole mental illness, like, do aliens have mental illness? Who knows?
That's very interesting to think about, actually.
It is. Because if aliens have mental illness, then they're going to do things that, if they have mental illness, they're going to be murders and shit that happen with them. And it's, I doubt aliens have the same genitalia that we do, or else derived. I mean, yeah, I doubt they have the same exact genitalia.
Might look all funky or something like the Predator's mouth.
Yeah. I believe cross-dimensional travel could explain paranormal sightings better than heaven and hell.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Very valid point.
There's an interview with an alien, and it said that there's worse planets than ours, but I think that's bullshit. Well, I mean, there's always going to be worse planets than us, for sure. Like, if you think about it, we're on the bottom edge of, like, advanced... If you look at advanced species, we're, like, on the bottom... We're the shit that you scrape off the bottom of a barrel. Like, we are advanced, but we're really not. We're very primitive. We got some... $5 donation from Ryan Trembley. It's a pro... Well, whoever Ryan is, thank you for the $5 donation, but I am taxing you. Let's see. Yes, that $5 tip is going to turn into a $500 tip for the It's a Probe. Every time you say It's a Probe, you're charged. So that's coming out of your wallet. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that $500 tip. Venomous Vixen with a $50 donation. Thank you, Vixen. I appreciate you very much.
Oh, look at her trying to outdo me. That's messed up.
Yeah, Vixen's trying to outdo the old Ryan, Trying to one-up him.
Not cool, man. Not right. I'm going to remember that.
You're going to have to fight her, dude.
I will.
Straight up.
For real.
All right, Nick, thank you for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you. We're obviously kind of tuning back into more casual conversation now, and so we will really answer anything you guys put in chat, so... We can still talk about cryptids and paranormal or whatever you want, but we're just kind of winding down. We still got some time left in stream, but you guys can kind of ask whatever you want. And for those of you wondering, Serena is watching a movie right now with her family. She might be on, so if you're curious where she is, that's where she's at. Do you think that's what happened on Mars? War, stupidity, and such. This is such a great, interesting, and there's a lot of videos on this and theories and what could have happened. Definitely could. It's a very likely, like, war is a very, very likely possibility of what happened on Mars. It could be that whatever species lived on Mars treated it so disrespectfully and poorly, like we do to our planet, that it eventually just died. The planet withered and died, which is what's happening to Earth right now. It's not going to happen in our lifetime or the lifetime after that or the lifetime after that, but it's going to happen eventually. We are killing planet Earth. And and something could snap one day. I mean, who knows? Shit could snap and start freaking out. We have a movie like the 2012 movie. That happens in real life. Like, earthquakes are blowing up everywhere. Fucking every volcano in the world goes off at the same time. Tornadoes start dropping from the sky. I don't fucking know.
It would really be so bad if it did happen, though. I know. I was kind of hoping it would.
Oh, dude, I'd want to be the guy at, what was it, Yosemite National Park in the movie where he's standing there with his radio and they're like everything's blowing up and he just like, it just falls on him as he's like screaming in the radio. That's the guy. So I don't want to be the actually screaming in the radio and doing creepy shit like that, but that'd be cool.
That would be pretty fun.
Be a cool last thing to see. I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be killed in a tsunami. That would suck. Even though it would be that would be an instant that you wouldn't drown. You definitely, I mean, you would be killed on impact because the force of the water hitting you would be devastating. It would crush you. But I don't want to be floating in water. It would be gross. Bugs and worms will crawl in my mouth in the water, and then snakes will control my body and make me something that I don't want to be. Let's see what else. I'm trying to read comments here that I missed. I wonder how Generation Z politicians will be. Hopefully better. I think every generation that goes on, we get better as people. Like, I think millennials and like millennials are smarter and more self-aware than the generation before us, because we are more connected with reality than people back in the day were. Like, you're getting less and less racist. You're getting more people that are more in tune with how the real world works. And I think every generation is going to get better, but not at a good enough rate. Like, who knows? Like when the next generation, Generation Z, I think it is. When Generation Z grows up and they're older, we will probably be living in a lot better of a world, but not enough to. Well, there's always going to be racists. There's always going to be, people starting war and killing and raping and murdering, just all these horrific things. That's never going to change, and it's fucked up. And religion's never going to change. It's always going to be the war on religion, always.
Yep.
And God forbid someone believes a religion that you don't believe in. I mean, that's what people don't understand. It's like, have an open mind. I personally don't believe in religion. I think it's silly, but I will never criticize someone for believing in it because it's your belief. We don't know what happens after we die. We don't know what, is up with Jesus or God, but I saw an interesting thing today, and it was that, there was not a single white person in the Bible, like in any of it. And it triggers a lot of people when the post that was put up, and all the trigger people were white people who were triggered. Like, yeah, Jesus was white. He actually wasn't white. He was not from him. Like, he was in
Middle Eastern. So
yeah, he was Middle Eastern. Like, everyone in the Bible was Middle Eastern. There was no white people in the Bible. So it's just perspective, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, it's a very touchy subject right now.
Oh yeah, dude. That's the thing, is people just don't have an open mind. They can't accept possibilities. Nobody knows anything. We don't know jack shit. No one does.
I don't know. I don't think it's that they don't have open minds, man. I just think they're too easily swayed. They're perhaps too open at times.
Well, it depends. Like, when I say people don't have open minds, it's that they refuse to believe anything but what they believe in is real. And they get offended and they disagree with other people's beliefs, which is where war comes in, where people, over in the Middle East will kill people just because they believe in certain things or whatever, which is, fucked up. But yeah, like you said, that is also true. There's two sides of the coin for sure.
Yeah, they just fall into any category real easily nowadays. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. Everyone is religious. That's true, Julie. That's true, I guess.
Yeah.
It'd be better if the human race goes extinct. If the human race went extinct, the planet Earth would thrive. It would do amazing. But obviously that would be bad. We don't want the human race to go extinct. Not completely extinct. Like I said, if we died off, I mean, we're way too overpopulated as a planet right now, and it's going to continue that trend for a while, which is not good. Oh my god, Winter's here. What's up, Winter? I missed your comment. I see it now. Just got here and I don't... I must have mistyped. I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, Winter, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? Just start at 500 so you can't be beat.
I would have, I could have, but that's too much money right there. Especially for you, though. Jeez.
I know. there was a stream, I think, where Winter and Eli both did $500 donations or something like that. I want to say.
I remember they did that.
That was nuts. That was insane. I had a theory that we came from Mars ourselves, but planet Earth is not being destroyed. It is stabilizing, and we are the closest we've been to turning Mars into a second Earth. That is true. We are, like, Elon, you can actually, if you've been following Elon Musk's plan, it's very interesting. He thinks that we can make Mars another Earth because it's possible. They need to figure out a way how to make the poles warm up. When they make the poles on Mars warm up, the atmosphere will stabilize, and then you can breathe air. Like, they believe that that's what will happen. They won't know until they try. They've thought about Elon Musk had a theory of nuking the poles on Mars to warm it up and fuck with shit. And Neil deGrasse Tyson said it probably wouldn't work, but he's on the right track, And I don't know if Elon Musk was completely serious about that, but it does make sense of why he would say that. But, like, yeah, they know that there's water underground, permafrost. They know there's a shit ton of it, and they just need to get up to where, it can be oceans and ponds, and that's why when they launch astronauts in 2024, they're gonna try to study the planet, see what they can do, and start building up a civilization. So when their term is up in 4 years, more astronauts will come in and take over. And I mean, if this goes successfully, let's say by the time that we're all 80 and 90 years old, there won't be like that many people on Mars, but they will have made a lot of progress, and there will be probably a small little village or something like that, and maybe they'll figure out how to get water, how to tap into water or some shit. But I don't know how they're gonna get Mars to be another Earth. I know it's possible. It is he has said like they know it's possible, but they just don't know how yet. If we lived really close to it, it'd be a lot easier to fuck with. But since we live so far away, it's hard to make things happen. Any Gen Z bros in chat? Most of you should be Gen Zs. I think if you're like 37 to, if you're born from 1996 to like, it's like if you're 23, if you're between the ages of 23 and like 38, you're millennial, something like that. Like, it could be 37, but it's something like that. Because I know I'm 90, I'm right on the cutoff. It might be 24 if you're 24 over. I'm gonna be 25. I'm a 95 beta. I'm pretty sure it's 96 is the cutoff. So I just made the cut for the millennials. No worries, winner. Glad to have you. What do you think of the theory that we are livestock for aliens? I don't believe that. I mean, I don't think we're livestock as in like they farm us and like I don't know. They might study us. They might have created us just to study us. That's possible. But I don't think we're livestock in the sense that like cattle are. We're also figuring out how to turn one element into another.
Mm-hmm. Sure enough.
I was gonna say, yeah, most of you should be a millennial. Like, not ever. I know there are some older people in here, like my age and Ryan's age, but that'd be some ish if soon they broke ground on Mars and they were wake something up underground. Yeah, like just don't do it this year, because our luck we drill into it and a fucking literal real life Godzilla creature, but it's not a good guy, would come up out of the ground and fly to Earth and just.
No, that's too much like Species, man.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie? Don't go to Mars. That's what they said. And yeah, look what happened.
There was, God, what was it? Where was it at? And what the fuck was it? There was like was it an underground lake they found, or an underground? It was a never before discovered by man area. Maybe it was underground, open air. I don't know, something. And they were gonna break into it, and people were like, "Don't you fucking dare go in there, because there's probably undiscovered creatures in there, and we don't need that in this 2020. Wait till 2021. 2020 is not the year."
It's been a mess up year so far.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was they found. Something. Oh, I can't remember what the fuck it was. Some kind of undiscovered area where they think life lives, but they need a way to get to it or something. I can't remember. But
no, leave that shit alone.
Yeah, don't even touch it right now. Do you think the aliens caused the age of dinosaur extinction, Martians dying off, and saw Earth and free real estate? I mean, it could be. I don't know why they would do that. I don't think they would, just because I know they're pro-life. They don't want to see things, but who knows? I mean, it definitely could be a possibility, for sure. They would probably. The thing you have to understand is they could do a lot of things that we just couldn't comprehend, like that. Like that wouldn't make any sense for them to do that to us, really. But I mean, they might have their reasons. Yeah, they found water. They know there's water on Mars. They know there's water underground, permafrost, like large quantities of it. Like they know there used to be oceans on Mars, like as a fact. At least lakes. I think they said they also believe there was oceans. They believe it. Mars used to look very similar to Earth.
It's hard to imagine.
I know it, dude. It's weird. And it's weird. It's even weirder because we know that there was an advanced civilization that used to be on Mars. Like, were they more advanced than us? Or were they just more like ancient tribes? What if the Mayans, like what if it was like, was it the Mayans that just disappeared one day? Was it them?
Yeah.
What if that's where they went? What if they went to... Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. What if they came from Mars, they came back here, they said, fuck this shit, and they went to another planet?
Yeah, they went back and said, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah.
Possible. I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard a theory that aliens genetically engineered us to be a good food source for them, and that they are waiting for Earth's true max capacity to harvest us all. I mean,
Dark.
it's dark. I don't believe that's the case. I really don't. There's too much evidence to make that look not the opposite of true. I mean, that wouldn't really make sense from everything I've heard, but definitely could be. I mean, you never know. Maybe there's a species of alien that wants to do that. I mean, I hope that I don't know what our max capacity is going to get to.
Isn't that what they say the reptilians are doing though?
It's hard. See, no one really knows anything about the reptilians. There's only theories. Like, there's hardly any documented cases where people have run into reptilians that they know about. Like, they are apparently shapeshifters where they can take form of any human they want.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to know if you did find one. If you were going to find a reptilian, your best bet would be to go somewhere where there was a lot of famous people. Go near politicians. Go near people of high power. You're probably going to be near one because there's a lot of theories that they take the persona of a famous person. Now, does that mean that has to mean that person is dead? That if they're taking over their body, there's no way that person is sitting there like not at the event. You know, how would they not know that that's, you know, they're sitting in their fucking couch in their pajamas. You know, say it's fucking, oh, I don't know, Kanye West, and he sees himself on TV giving a speech at the White House. He's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird. The reptilians are one that I don't know much about because there's not a whole lot to go off of. There's just a lot of theories that there's a lot of people theorize that there's a hollow Earth because we really don't have proof that Earth has a core. We don't have, like, we can't drill down that far. We can't even get. If you were to take a map and see how far we could possibly drill down to, it literally looks like a little tack. Like, it's nothing. So there's a lot of people that do have good solid theories that Earth is hollow and that there is something in the middle of Earth where there is another civilization that lives there. Who knows? Maybe they died off. Yeah, it could be. Still a water cycle on Mars as of 2011. The Queen could be a reptilian. Could be. Can you elaborate on the ancient Mars civilization? Because I see no proof of that. So there is no proof. Obviously, there's never going to be proof of that unless someone. There obviously is the kid that claimed he was from Mars. If you guys remember that smart kid that came from Mars and he claimed that he was born there, and he actually was extremely smart. I think he was 7 years old and he knew all these. I mean, it was weird. It's very believable, and I don't know how he would have pulled it off as being fake. But he knew the most advanced math equations at 7 years old. He knew all these things about physics, and he'd explain things that we didn't even know about, and he turned out to be right. It's weird as fuck. But there's also, like, actual images from NASA that they've deleted since being released, but you'd still find them, of structures that were built on Mars. Pyramids. There's several images of pyramids, skyscrapers, what looks like a skyscraper that's like 7 miles tall, and it's unlikely that's a natural rock formation, because why would it be? I mean, they can estimate by measuring its shadow that it's absolutely dwarfs anything that's on Earth. Huge. There's all statues, tons of statues with faces on it like people, and there's just tons of shit, tons of things. There's been UFOs spotted in images that are flying over Mars. There's creatures that have been spotted lurking in the shadows, watching them on Mars. There's a lot of things that they found. You should just Google or YouTube. If you're curious about it, YouTube things found on Mars, like images, and you'll find some good compilations. There's a lot of shit. Thank you, Vixen, for the donation, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Didn't they find another planet? Oh, I'm sure. They find a lot of planets every day. But yeah, they did find a few that were like very similar to Earth, that were that have water and plant life on them right now as we speak. But what's crazy is, like, well, I shouldn't say that we know it's right now, because, like, it takes light a long time to travel. So if you were to sit over on the, I don't know, if you were to sit over, like, the Andromeda Galaxy with a telescope that zooms in so far you could see Earth, and you could see up close, you would still see dinosaurs. Or even before that. Because the light has not reached them yet to where current time is, which is weird to think about. And I don't know, like, if you went to the sun, and looked through a telescope and saw if it would still see dinosaurs if lights reached there. Yeah, light is delayed. Like, it's hard to explain. Light doesn't travel fast in terms of like a star. Like another example, a star could explode. Like a star you see in the sky, half the stars in the sky that you see are not there anymore. It's just the light hasn't reached us of it exploding or disappearing. Like, that's weird to think about, but that's another thing you can look up. I'm not good with scientific explanation, but it's fucking weird. Do you think if humans genetically modified a super soldier like a Master Chief, we might have a chance against an alien invasion? I mean, obviously it'd be better. It'd better our chances. Get a bunch of Captain Americas and Master Chiefs.
All right, yo, Dill, I'll be right back, man. Give me a few minutes.
All right. Have I heard the theory that reptilians live in caves and caverns? Yes. More so of like Hollow Earth. But yeah, there's a lot of unexplored caves that they could live in for sure. Do I think there are hot alien girls? Somewhere, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, light does move fast, but I'm talking there's things that move way faster than light. Light speed isn't that fast. Like, it is for us. Light speed is, like, when you always grew up as a kid, you're like, light speed is the fastest thing. It's not. It's not even close. It's actually slow as shit. But yes, in terms of, like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Voyager 1, for those that don't know, is like the first, I don't know what the word for it to call it is, satellite that we sent out like a long time ago. And it is traveling so fast in space. It's hurtling. They actually went around Jupiter, I think. They used Jupiter's gravity to rotate and slingshot it even faster. And it's so far out, it's moving so fast that it still will take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to leave our, not our solar system, but our galaxy. Like, it'll take, it might even thousands of years. It's moving so fast, but that's how vast space is and how far things are away from each other. And it's not even moving light speed. Light speed is, it's fast, but it's not. Sound moves faster. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know. I'm not sure what my thoughts on Hollow Earth are, and I've read a lot of things there's a lot of evidence that does support Hollow Earth, and there's a lot of evidence that supports that we have a core, Earth has a core, but we just don't know. Like, we don't know for 100% of fact, because we can't look at Earth and see the core. We can't drill down and see the core. We can do, like, readings and shit and detect shit, but we can't, I don't know. I don't know. I've heard a lot of things on either side, so it's kind of like I just don't know.
All right, dude. I am going to head on off if there's no more questions tonight.
One more question for Ryan. It says, Ryan, why are you obsessed with the probe? Because we all know you like the probe.
No, man, it's me worrying about you. I'm trying to figure out a solution for you, and just nothing yet. You like them thick and long, Dill.
Nah. Not true.
Where's Industrial? He can back me up on this.
No, Industrial, you do not back him up on that at all. You understand?
I'm just messing with you, bro. All right, you guys take it easy, okay?
Take care, Ryan, and thanks for tuning in, brother.
All right, thanks for having me on, bro.
Yep, peace out. All right, that was Ryan Tremblay. And let me get this thing sorted out here. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You can't go to the core because it's like a fucking mini sun. But a lot of people don't believe that that's a thing, that they don't believe that there is a core. But yeah, no, that's a true point. Like, we can't just go there. Like, and I don't think Hollow Earth is like, the whole Earth is just purely hollow. I mean, who knows what it looks like down there or in there. It could be just at the very center of the Earth. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's another whole civilization in Earth inside of Earth. I mean, like I said, there's a can of worms. It could be anything. It's interesting to think about, though. We know for a fact there's a core of some kind, but we don't know that, like, what we see in the books is real. Hollow Earth cannot be dismissed as 100% not real. It cannot be. If you guys think the Earth is round, you are crazy. Earth is flat. 100%. You cannot debate me on that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Earth is not flat. Earth is not flat. We're going to go for another 10 minutes. If you guys got questions, now's the time. Space Dude, welcome. Oh, it's Space Dude, you got the actual numbers. Are you talking about Voyager 1? It moves 11 miles per second, so I think that's what that means, or no? So, 10 seconds, Voyager 1 has moved 111 miles. That is crazy to think about. Sound moves at like 600 light is the fastest thing in the universe. There's no way light is the fastest thing in the universe because... I mean, I don't believe it is because we know that alien, like, space travel is faster than light. And maybe it's not. Maybe they just have a shortcut. Maybe they have fucking portals. I don't know. But if they travel at light speed, they would not be able to do what they do. And like I said, according to what I've heard. But who knows? What I could have heard could be wrong. I think it's the fastest thing that we know of. But the thing is you have to understand is we don't know shit. Like, we are just a speck on the dot. Yes, light is the fastest thing that we know as true fact. That is what we know of. But we don't know shit. That's my point I'm trying to make. I know light speed is fast. And sound moves fast and all that. But that's all we know. We don't know a lot of shit. We don't know everything. There's no way that humans know every possible answer. We don't have every element on, we just don't. We're down here. We're way down here on this big-ass chart. We're down here in intelligence. We don't know shit. We are smart for what we are, but we are... Earth is not flat, it's flat, it's insectoid. What the fuck does that mean? There could be an alien world. Yeah, there could be. Flat earthers are the same people with... I just can't... I don't understand flat earthers. Like, how can you think that? I just don't understand. Are you down to come to Earth's core with me right now so we can settle this once for all? Yeah, let's do it, dude. There could be caves that go below the crust. That's true. I don't know how that would work with, like, earthquakes, though. Like, I don't know. It's all theories, yeah. That's the thing about it. We don't really know. Anything new on the paranormal cryptid front? Any new encounters or worthy mention? That's actually a very excellent question, and I'm not sure is the answer I'm going to give you. Ryan Tremblay would know. Ryan Tremblay would be equipped to answer that better because he keeps up on that. He's a cryptozoologist. I don't know of any new things that have popped up recently, but that's a very good question. I believe in a velociraptor. Okay. What would be the first thing I would do if I were God? I'd touch a planet. I would touch a planet with my hand. I would, like, poke it. And, like, very softly I'd poke it. And you'd cause mass destruction, but I just want to poke it and just see what a planet feels like. If you touch Earth as a giant, like, if Earth is, say, the palm of my fist, and you're touching it, would you feel water? Would it even feel wet to you? Would it feel like you're putting your hand in a water droplet? That's what I would do. I wouldn't do it to Earth. I would go find another planet and just poke it and shit. That's what I would do. All right, Julie, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Can't wait to see you. What is it? It's Monday today? Thursday. We'll see you Thursday. Yeah, but the thing about light speed is light speed takes forever to travel because, like I was explaining earlier, half the stars you see in the sky aren't even there anymore because they've died. They've withered and died. I shouldn't say half. There's a lot of them that are not there anymore because they've just died off, and the light has not reached us yet. It's moving at light speed, and it has not reached us yet, and it won't for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Because that's just how far distance is so great that even at light speed, it takes thousands to millions to billions to trillions of years for light to reach point A to point B. It just depends on the distance that you're referring to. I'm curious what would happen if you were on the moon and had this really bright flashlight. I'm talking a big, big flashlight. And it pointed it right at Earth, and you were flashing it on and off. And everyone's looking at this moon. And you had the guy on the comms, and he says, okay, I'm going to start flashing it now. He starts flashing it. How long would it take you to start to see the light flashing? That's what I want to know. Because the distance isn't that... I mean, it's tiny. The distance between moon and Earth is tiny in comparison to everything else, but it's still a long ways. Would you see it, like, instant time? Or would there be a few seconds of a delay? That's what I'm curious about. I do believe that aliens do bend space and time. I do believe that, yes. That's the only way they could travel. If they travel at light speed, it would take them forever to get... There's no way you could get from Andromeda Galaxy to Earth, to our Milky Way. There's no way at light speed. Not possible. I mean, it is possible if you would live for billions of years and, like, you just didn't mind traveling that long, I guess. How to make all the humans calm down. That's a good question, Long Brother. I'm gonna still stream. I'm not gonna ever quit streaming. I'm gonna continue to stream. I know you guys like it, and it is a good interaction with the fan base, and I do like it. So I'm not gonna stop. But what I'm gonna do is probably start doing eventually. This is still a ways off. Either one stream a week or two. And I'm still wondering on that. But once I get a camera and I'm start filming things, the other thing is like. My best friend who I film my stuff with is overseas. He got deployed. So I don't have anyone to shoot things with right now. I have a guy lined up that I work with, but it's not as easy as filming with my buddy. You know, it's not as easy. It's not the same. So it's going to be a matter of working that into my schedule and doing that. It's going to be hard for the next 10 months. But I'm going to try to at least shoot some things and do investigations on my own and things like that. And doing more cryptid videos and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of plans for videos. It's just a matter of getting it done and getting people... Really, just having people help me is the biggest thing I need. It's hard to do... Like, it's impossible to do a lot of things I want to do by myself. No, Mothman... Brian talked about this earlier. And because I asked the same question. What's the difference between Mothman and Owlman? And they're... Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. I thought you were asking if it's the same thing as Owlman. No, Mothman is not a huge owl. Now, could people have mistaken Mothman for a huge owl? Absolutely could have. Definitely a possibility. But Mothman is definitely not a giant owl. If that makes sense. Andromeda is 2 million light years away from us, so you can still see Megalodon and Neanderthals, but no dinosaurs. And like I said, I'm just saying, like, if you were to go far enough away, you could see dinosaurs, is what I'm saying. I don't know exactly where or how far away you'd have to be to see them, but yeah. That's what I'm saying. We need to send a fucking crazy-ass telescope and fly that bitch out through a wormhole. Tomorrow we wake up, take a picture of Earth, and we can see what dinosaurs look like, man. That's how we gotta do it. It's easy. I've heard theories that they can use wormholes to travel from point to point, and that the craft makes its own field around it, so that it allows to manipulate its surroundings. Yes, that actually is a lot of what I've heard as well, Johnny. That does sound accurate to what I've heard. Like tall whites and aliens and grays, they actually know how to manipulate gravity at their will. See. Another 5 minutes in stream, and then we're going to call it. I want to see dinosaurs. Oh, I know, Winter. I want to see a T-Rex. I want to see what they actually look like. Imagine watching a Planet Earth version of, but with dinosaurs, like with what's his name narrating it. Oh, I forget the guy's name that does the BBC Earth, or maybe it's, yeah, I think it's BBC Earth, the guy that narrates that. Oh, that'd be awesome. Sabrina K is here. What's up, Serena? How was your movie? Also, what movie did you watch? What are the alien? The only ones I know of are tall whites, grays, reptilian. There's one. There's another weird one I forgot the name of. But there's only like 4 or 5 that I have heard about. Yeah, it was a pretty good stream, Serena. Do you think Teagarden's star is a Dyson sphere? If you don't know what that star is, I suggest you look into it. I don't know what that star is, no. I might, if I saw it, I might recognize it, but I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I just know most of this stuff because I watch Neil deGrasse Tyson and I watch, what's it called? There's a YouTube channel. What's it called? Let me find it. It's one of my favorite channels. It's, space. I don't know, but it's some space channel. It just talks about space and how space works and how it kind of applies theories to things and he kind of breaks theories down, and it's interesting. The Five Bloods. I have never heard of that movie in my life. It's a new one on Netflix. I never heard of that one. Cosmos. If you're talking about a YouTube channel, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Netflix and chill. Hell yeah, Netflix and chill. I've never Netflix and chilled in my life. I've never actually done that. I can't sit there and watch a movie when I'm hanging out with a female. I just can't. It's too boring. I'm just sitting there. I don't want to be watching a movie. You know what I mean? Like I can go to a movie theater. That's cool. I like doing that shit. But sitting there, like laying down with a chick or sitting with a chick and cuddling or whatever and watching a movie, I just hate it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I watch YouTube clips. That's what I do. My attention span is just like, I'm not focused on the movie. I don't want to do a movie. I think we should engineer an indestructible camera or some data collecting device and send it into a black hole to see where they go. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's possible. It's definitely not possible right now. But yeah, no, it's a cool idea. Who knows? Someday that might be a thing. We actually captured our first image of a black hole, which is thought to be impossible because the gravity is so strong in a black hole that light cannot escape from it. So it's almost impossible to take a picture of it because you can't see them. They're invisible. I don't know how it works when you get close, but they got a picture of it using a bunch of different satellites with cameras and shit and telescopes, and they got a picture of it because the light bended around. I don't know how it works. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't fucking know. You can Google it, and it'll explain it way better than I ever could try. Anyone listen to the audio of the pilot that flew over Area 51? That is fake. That is fake. The art, yes, I know what you're talking about, and yes, it is awesome. But the Art Bell thing, that was fake. I can't remember who told me that or what video it was I saw, but it's apparently fake. But if you did fly over Area 51, you would get shot down. That's not fake. You would definitely get shot down and killed. They would give you a few warnings, but if you flew over the base, you would be dead. I mean, you wouldn't even get to over the base. You'd be shot down long before you got there. The restricted airspace goes miles and miles away from the base. Well, I'm sure they're already thinking about doing something like that, like a camera and some kind of way to, I'm sure they're thinking of a way to try to measure a black hole. The only problem is, to get something to a black hole, it wouldn't arrive in our lifetime. But yeah, no, they're definitely probably trying, I imagine. Yeah, like supposedly black holes don't. Yeah, they don't emit light because light cannot escape them. But at what, like, if you got right up next to one, I don't know. Like, it just would. I don't know. It's weird. I don't. We can't comprehend black holes yet. We just can't. We don't really know how they work. We think we might have an idea, but we don't really know. Some top commanders leaked that there was only one alien species trying to invade Earth by force. There could be. We're protected by tall whites. If somebody tried to invading us, tall whites would fuck them up before they even got here. If like, and I suggested this, we should send a group of Serenas on a spaceship and fly it to one of our neighboring civilizations, billions of light years away. All these Serenas are gonna come running out of the spaceship, billions of Serenas, and they're gonna start just beating the shit out of these aliens. And the leader Serena, the Queen Serena, she'll be just constantly birthing more Serenas. They'll just come running out as like full-grown Serenas, just running out. And they'll just keep going, and they'll overrun these alien populations. And then one of the one of the Serenas will contact Earth and be like, "Yo, we took this planet. It's safe to come here." And then that's how we get there. And then once we get there, we have to do a mass genocide of all the Serenas because there's too many of them, and they become dangerous and rabid. What if a black hole can send you to another galaxy? That's what they believe. They believe that it takes you. It's like a teleportation in a way. Like it takes you somewhere else. But again, we don't really know. It's definitely a popular theory, though, Winter, for sure. Tall whites are a species of alien that are thought to be the most supreme that we know of. And they kind of protect us and keep us safe from other threats, if there are any. And they're trying to save Earth and bring us to a Class 2 species. We are Class 1 right now. I can't wait to take my moon trip when I'm 90 on the Starship MK100. Dude, if I was like 60 and older and I had the opportunity to go to like the moon or Mars, I would totally do it. Because like you've already lived your life, you're gonna die anyways probably soon, and you gotta fucking go out in space. That'd be awesome. I would love to die in space. There should be an option someday to like launch bodies into space. That would be so fucking awesome. Like, just to die in space. It'd be so much more cooler than dying and being buried in the dirt. Or cremated. I think that'd just be badass. My body's float. Like, dress me up so I'm doing, like, some cool pose or some shit. Take my hands to, like, my head or... I don't know. Maybe that's how the aliens get here? Could be. Could be. So even we do know of a black hole that is... in the Milky Way, I believe, and it's like the closest one we know of, and it would still take forever to get there. So I don't know how. Yeah, I mean, they could be. Reptilians would not stand a chance against a fleet of Serenas. No, they really wouldn't. No. They do space cremation? Do they really? Nuke all the Serenas. They are becoming too dangerous, and they are kind of annoying. Start the Omega X nuke project. Oh yeah, if we got there and all the Serenas are still running around rabid and shit, you'd have to nuke them because there'd be no other way to take them out. Unless you found Bat Squatch. Then if you bring Bat Squatch in, he can take care of them. There was a thing about something shooting out of a black hole, but I don't know if it was... Yeah, I never heard about that. Alright, guys. We're going to end the stream there. I think we had a successful stream tonight. A nice 2-hour, 15-minute stream. And I think if you guys liked the format of tonight's stream where we had Ryan on talking, we can maybe do some more of those in the future. So let me know if you guys want to do more of those. Otherwise, I heard from Vsauce also. What is a Serena? Serena is one of my friends who's in chat sometimes. She's a moderator. She was just in here. I don't know where she's at. Who knows what she's doing right now? But she's a rabid creature basically. But yeah, no guys, I'm gonna end it there. If you guys have not followed me on Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, what's the other one I have linked? I can't remember. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and join, you should join the Reddit and the Twitter for sure. Especially the Twitter. I have some content planned for Twitter that I will not be releasing on YouTube. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. With that out the way, guys, I will see you Thursday night for our next stream. We do have a new Nukes Top 5 video that we watched Thursday night. So if you've not seen the new Nukes video, don't watch it. Don't watch it. We'll all save it for Thursday, all right? All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. Wash your booties. Don't get the coronavirus. And if you see anything cool, pick up a camera and record it and send it to me, all right? I need content. Don't send it to anyone else. If Nuke offers you money, don't do it, all right? I'm worth more. My time and love is worth way more than Nuke's money. So don't do it, all right? All right, guys. Peace out.